Hello and welcome to the Free Cheese, episode 231. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Matt Sellner.
Hello.
Marc Augustiniak.
Hey.
Ben Barris.
What's up?
The Free Cheese, a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. It's an episode of the podcast. It's another week. It's another show. We're back to normal now, right?
Yep. Maybe. Wait, what is a normal episode, you know?
My man.
What is?
My man.
A 2.5 hour episode where we ramble on at the beginning for an hour before we actually get into the video game news.
You know what, though? I feel like I've been a little prophetic today and in tune with the whatever invisible forces. Follow me on this one.
The dark web?
Sure.
Sonic forces?
Oh.
You got it. I've just been thinking things today, and then they happen, and I feel like my gut is telling me this is not going to be a particularly long episode.
And then that's when it happens.
Yeah,
No. Like, everything's been lining up today, where I say something, or I think something, and then someone's like, hey. And I'm like, all right.
No doubt.
I feel like that's an invitation to make this as long as possible now.
I feel like it'll go at a normal length time, but, you know, I don't think there's a ton of news.
2.5 hours.
There's some news. Nintendo Direct happened. Thank fucking God.
Mini.
Yeah. More on that later. Some video games happened. But yeah, how are you guys? How was your week?
It was good.
You did a terrible thing, I see.
I know. It's gone. It was
I know, you
not
warned me.
fun getting it cut. But like I said.
Was it?
Oh, come on, man. Until you grow a mullet, man, I'm telling you. It's great.
I saw 2 today.
Yes.
It's coming back with like 16-year-olds.
That's all I had as a kid. Because I was just like,
A mullet?
not exactly a mullet, but the back of my
Like,
neck, the hair
technicality,
was way
like,
longer
yeah.
than the bangs were. And that's just all we had because my dad had a haircut like that almost. But except the front was like parted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Little style up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So how did that work? What did you do?
I just went to the barber shop and then.
Same girl that cut it last time?
No. That was that was like at a hair salon. Like when I wanted to get a mullet, it needed to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this time I just went to like just some normal barber shop and I walked in and then she just like sat me down and she was like, "So you have a mullet?" Yes, I do.
What, did you explain it, or did you say,
I was like,
can you please cut around it?
I just gave her a trim. No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think she really just got into it because it was that day when we got like the rain, sleet
No.
thing,
yeah.
and it was like just starting. So I just wanted to get in and get the fuck out because I still had work because I went like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But
Like, I'm just trying to cut off. I'm just trying to trim my dead ends. If you could just take care of that, leave the rest.
Can I get a rat tail?
that's the next one.
Said no one
That's
ever.
I don't know, but
Oof.
yeah, man, I miss it already. It'll come back because it didn't take long to grow, but it'll definitely come back, no doubt.
It needs to.
It needs to.
It needs to be a pure steep. Here's my thing. I'm trying to change the professional workforce.
Matt is just so.
It doesn't. It
he's
doesn't
like-
need to come back.
That's what I love about Matt. He's like the realist. Like I was thinking about that the way up here. When it comes to anything, like I could sit here and me and you can talk about how Mother 3 is the best game, or
And it's-
yeah, and then Matt's gonna be like, no one wants to fucking play that game, guys. Shut up. Like,
He doesn't, because that's just because he doesn't get it.
Oh, I don't. All right.
And I just stay quiet because I just don't have an opinion.
Mark's like, I'm not.
I haven't
Region-
played it. So.
Region free means Mother 3. It's that simple.
Great. I agree. Where is it?
I'm trying to change the professional workforce. So I'm challenging the status quo with this thing.
No doubt.
And why can't men have beards anymore?
Right?
What's the deal? William Taft was the last president to have facial
A
hair.
bird.
He had a mustache.
I'm sure George Bush had something going on.
I mean, like in their presidential photo.
Oh,
Benjamin
in the photo,
Harrison
okay.
was the last one to actually have a beard. He was our 23rd president in
Dang, you're right. They're all
1800.
clean shaven.
Yeah, because it's not fucking professional anymore.
Not even like a mustache. Like
You go to
makes no
any
sense.
you go to any quote unquote professional workplace. You need to be clean shaven, crew cut, no tattoos, no piercing. Fuck that, man. Mullets. Let's do this
Bring
shit.
it back, man.
Can you imagine if we have a fucking president with a mullet?
No one would fuck with us.
I want Dwayne Alamanzo Mountain Dew Camacho. Is that his
like-
name?
Oh my God!
Remember
yes.
him?
Yeah.
Idiocracy?
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Liberty spikes in the front, party in the back.
Yes.
Please.
Fully on board. You support this message?
No.
Damn it. All right. I guess so. Mark, how are you?
I'm good. Just kind of sinking myself back after, MagFest and everything, fixing sleep schedule, usual bullshit.
Your sleep schedule seemed... You were, like, responding to some text messages real early in the morning this week.
Yeah, then I fell back to sleep.
Oh.
That's usually how it goes.
Because there were a couple days where, like, you guys started popping off in the morning before I was awake, and I was like, fuck, and then I was like, hey, Mark's awake real early.
Or if it was during
Or
a week,
real late.
during a weekday?
Yeah.
Oh, that was probably at work.
It was like before. It was like 7. There was one morning where we were texting, and it was like 7, and I
I
was
was
like,
probably getting ready.
Wasn't it the direct morning?
probably.
Because I woke up to goddamn like 89 notifications on my phone at
Hell
like
yeah.
10:30. What the fuck just happened?
That was a rough
Hell
morning,
yeah.
man. That was a rough morning.
One more hour.
That's a rough week.
One more. Yeah, it was.
Cause then I just started doubting it. I was like, what if there's just not even a direct?
I
What if
loved
we're all
it.
just getting fucked?
I never
loved
gave
it.
in.
I fucking loved it. Everyone's flipping out about Direct and no news, and everyone's getting more and more pissed off. And Nintendo will tweet something, and everyone will overreact to it. Oh my god! I just, it's the stuff that gets me going.
That's great though. It's
I had
great.
faith the whole time. I never gave up.
You didn't. You're like, guys, 10 more minutes. And I was thinking like, Joe was just fucking bringing.
He's lost it.
He's too deep.
I couldn't even tell.
If I was,
I thought you had actually some kind of like inside information of like, oh yeah, it's happening, and that was in your
I
mind.
did. Yeah, right up here. I told you I'm in tune with shit this week. Making it happen.
if I was awake, I would have been like, fuck you, no.
I'm making it happen. How are you?
All right,
Yeah?
yeah,
How's football?
all right,
Eh?
yeah, it's fine.
Are
I
you-
mean, like, I don't like the Titans got knocked out.
Oh,
I
really?
expected them to lose. They were playing the Patriots, who I said last week was going to the Super Bowl. Surprise,
Are they
surprise.
going? Is that official?
No, they got to win next week against Jacksonville.
The Jaguars.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah, dude, they beat the Steelers. So shockingly, if you would have told me at the beginning of the year that the Jacksonville Jaguars would have been an AFC Championship game, I would have laughed in your face and then spit on you for being a fucking idiot. And then here we are.
That's
Who's
wild.
on the who's going on the NFC side?
Well, I know we don't like to break the fifth wall here or the fourth wall or whatever, but the game is still currently going on between the Saints and the Vikings as we record. The Vikings were up, I think, 17-0 at halftime.
And they
so-
still got Brett Favre, yeah?
No, they have
No.
moved on.
I was just about to make that joke. Remember that commercial when it's like in the year 2030
Wrangler No Fly. What?
and he's holding the cyber trophy. Brett Favre, he's like, "This is my $5 million trophy. Maybe I'll retire. I don't know." Like,
All right, so the second time he came out of retirement to come back to play for Minnesota that second year,
yeah,
that was the year I gave up at ESPN because all day long they were just following this van that had Brett Favre in it. I was reporting to the Minnesota to announce his unretirement, and they were just speculating the whole time what the hell was going on. I'm like, he's obviously going to the goddamn facility to announce his unretirement. Why are we speculating, and why are we on this car for 3 hours in a row when there's hockey to be talked about right now, and, Ovechkin's going off in his young years. He's doing shit behind his back and crap. Did you see
'Cause
that
there's-
goal against Phoenix way
No.
back? Yeah, it's a good goal.
Well, there's no that's what you do. You know what I mean? You got to cook the news cycle as if there's something important to talk about.
That was the day I gave up in ESPN.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, I don't know who's going to go out of the NFC. I would have said the Saints before that halftime score, but I'm not sure.
Who's the other half?
I think it's going to be Patriots.
No. Who's the other half of the NFC?
Oh my God, who is it? The Eagles.
All right.
The Eagles, though, are playing on a backup quarterback, so I don't know. I think whoever wins this game tonight is going to go.
If Madden on PS2 taught me anything, doesn't matter if you have a backup quarterback or not, as long as you can throw a Hail Mary to the end zone.
Hail Mary.
You remember the
Yeah.
XFL?
Oh
I
yeah,
remember the XFL.
it's coming back, isn't it?
Is it?
I heard it was coming back.
Is it?
I hope
I
so.
mean,
There is no way
know-
Vince McMahon
no,
is
I'm
funding
not-
that league again.
I'm not saying I'm looking forward to it. I mean, maybe I am.
I mean, yeah.
What was the one with all the hot babes on it? Remember that? That was like a few years ago. It had the girls, but they were just wearing like shoulder pads, and then they just wore like lingerie, and they played football, and it was like football.
I don't know.
I
This was
missed
definitely
that
like
train.
5 years ago.
Did
Was it on,
Baltimore
like-
have a team?
Yeah, was it on Spike
I don't
TV?
know. Yeah, I
Celtics
think
white team.
I can't.
I bet you a premiere
During the
after the
break,
video
I
game
look it
awards.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about you, Joe?
I don't know. I don't remember. It was a fine week, I think. I worked a lot,
Yeah,
from what I remember. Did it snow this week?
it did.
All right, that happened.
The snow,
It was,
sleet.
it was more like ice.
baloney,
Yeah.
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 Dude, that sucked, man. I was slipping and sliding out there. Like,
I had to
Oh, right. That
Yeah,
did
man.
happen. I forgot about that. Yeah, I know the pepperonis were having a tough time getting up
Yeah.
and down the stairs because I forgot to buy salt. And the
don't
only
worry, because
shit
everybody
that
else
I-
did too.
Yeah, the only one that I do have, it doesn't say it's safe for dogs in the bag, so I don't want to
Mm.
throw that shit out and have them step on it in their paws and then lick their paws and then
And
die
die.
of death. So yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
know
that was a messy night and morning because that night I got stranded. Not like I mean, it sounds not bad, but like I was away from playing Dota that night. And I got stranded at
Oh,
my
are you
girlfriend's
okay?
house.
Are you okay?
I died.
Jesus
What's wrong?
Christ.
I know.
Oh, getting stranded at the girlfriend's house. You didn't bring your DS or nothing, and you're just like, I guess we'll just
I'm
Talk,
sitting there,
watch.
I'm just
Yeah.
sitting there rocking in her room like I need my fucking sniper. And then
Can you play Dota on your phone? Is that right?
not yet, not yet.
I'm sure it's a Chinese knockoff.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, I actually had to go an hour late to work because I still couldn't get out of her like, driveway. It was still all slippery.
damn.
So.
Didn't you say you just skated down the?
Oh yeah, that night I was trying to leave because I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. But
Oh, I remember that.
stepped
I remember-
outside and
yeah,
I just started
yeah.
skating down to her stop sign. She's yelling at me,
yeah.
"Get it back in here!" And I'm like, "No, I'm having fun."
No way.
Dabbing away.
Skating.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I don't know. It was a fine week. I had one of those like normal ass fucking on repeat weeks. It was like same day, everything. Wake up, stare at the wall for a while.
Office Space, basically.
Yeah,
Just one moment.
totally that.
I always think Wake Up's gonna follow with grab a brush and put on a little makeup, and then I get sad when you don't say it.
Well, now I'll remember.
You wanted to.
And then yeah, come home, couple video games,
Nice,
some food of some kind.
nice.
Bed. Wake up.
Bed, wake up, repeat. Grab brush and put a little makeup.
Thank you.
Katie's been making a lot of soups, which I hate soups.
Yeah, you hate soups?
I fucking
There's no reason
What?
to hate soups.
I
No
hate
reason.
soup.
Why?
It's dumb.
Ben's heart is broken
It's
right
look,
now.
this
Laughing at
thing.
me and said why at the same time.
Oh, that makes sense.
My beard just collects any broth or broth like.
But you love. Hold on. Pause. You love Taco Bell, and Taco Bell gets all. in
Taco
there.
Bell's get all messy up, and that be
Taco Bell's different.
Of course it is.
All look, certain things are okay. Something with Taco Bell, you get a little smudge, you just napkin it away. With ice cream, you get ice cream in there, you can wipe it away, but then it
dairy.
dries,
That's dairy,
it's sticky,
man.
and the
Yeah.
dairy
Ew,
then
man.
smells for the rest of
Ew.
the day. Soups, that broth gets in and it gets into spots you don't even know it's in. Like just before we started recording, I was washing my hands and then I looked in the mirror and I saw little bitsters that I didn't catch and I had to rinse it out. It's too much. However, despite my hatred of soup, she's made 2 soups this week and they've both been fucking dope.
So you don't hate soup, you just hate the fact that it just... Because if you didn't have a beard, would you still be like, dude, fuck soup?
Yeah, probably.
What?
I mean, I'd rather spend my time eating real foods.
Soup is a real food.
Dude, that is a real food.
I see. I think the U.S. presidents were onto something here. I think they realize they can't eat their
Nope,
soup
nope.
unless they're clean shaven.
That's why it makes
fucked
too
up.
much sense.
They can't be
They fucked
shaking
up.
U.S. or other ambassadors' hands and have soup
I mean, you could
residue
just, like,
stuck in their beards.
you can just like use a fork and then use a straw for the broth.
See, Mark gets it.
No, that's disgusting.
You don't even like a Maryland crab soup? Cream of crab soup?
I really hate Maryland crab soup.
What?
I don't like tomato. I don't like
What?
any. I like. Hold on. Right. I love tomatoes, but I don't like any of that. Like we did. We did grilled cheese this week for one of our dinners.
Hey, definitely put a little tomato in there, man.
She grabbed that. She grabbed cans of tomato soup. Not for me. Not for me. You could take that can. You could
That's
dump it
all
down
right.
the drain.
I don't need tomato soup on grilled cheese.
Maryland crab
I
soup
like that.
is basically tomato soup plus crab meat and corn.
It's not true.
Every time I go to a diner and you order one of those like specials and you always get like a soup on the side, I either give the soup
I'll
to
take
a
the
friend
fries
or I'll
or
just
a
be like,
homeless
can I
guy."
just not
Yeah.
have the soup? They're like, but it's free. I'm like, can I just not?
Yeah, if it's free, then you can freely keep it in the fucking back and not bring it to me. I don't need that shit.
I mean, I like.
I don't want it.
Does ramen count as soup?
That
No.
is a soup. That is soup.
I mean,
That's
there's-
soup.
It is
That
broth.
is soup.
No soup for you.
That's just noodles in water.
In a broth. That's soup.
Yeah.
You don't eat the broth.
Isn't soup just shit in water?
I don't know, man. Look, all right, part 2. Maryland crab soup. Look, if I had nothing else to eat and someone's like, do you want some? I'll take it. Because it has that crabby
No,
taste.
if someone offers me a Maryland crab soup right now, I will take it. Like, yum.
Look, I'll admit, I never had it.
What?
Have you had cream of crab? Because I do like a good cream of crab
Dude, cream
soup.
of crab is dope.
Cream of
Yes.
crab is the better one. It's
Yeah.
the superior. If someone
Yeah, cream is
handed
what
me,
they always
I
offer.
would say
is cream of
superior
crab.
one. It's just a different soup.
No, the
Superior.
superior one. It's the mix.
Wait, you just mix them
You
together?
mix cream of crab and regular crab, and the cream kind of flows to the top. Get the cream of crab at the top.
and the bullshit at the bottom where you can dump it down the sink and
No,
not eat
the
it.
good stuff.
Look, next time I go to a
That sounds
diner, I'll
dope.
try the cream of crab, and then
Yeah,
Look,
dude,
I'll let you
cream
know.
of crab.
Someone
Where
hands you a
it's
bowl
at.
of cream of crab, bowl of Maryland crab. What do you choose? You can't mix them.
Bowl. The regular crab soup.
Cream of
I'll
crab?
go with
No, the regular crab
This
soup.
was the cream of crab in my hand.
Sorry, well, that one then.
Are you pointing at the
I'll
wrong-
go with the cream of crab. I just haven't had cream of crab in a while.
cream sounds nice. Just the word cream.
Yeah.
Good.
Get the money.
Part 2. Yes. Wake up. Part 2. I don't remember. Look, I enjoy a good chunky. You know when they've got, but I like the ones that are modeled after real meals.
All right, so when we all go out and have a dinner date,
Yeah.
we're going somewhere that has
Only has soup.
it has to have soup.
You want to go to a soup place?
Yeah.
That's our free
I
cheese
cannot
celebration
believe you're
dinner.
on this fucking podcast right now saying, I'll eat Campbell's Chunky, but not Maryland crab soup. Are you kidding me?
I'm not saying I wouldn't eat a Maryland crab soup. I just don't favor it.
Welcome, listeners, to the Super Nintendo podcast. We're talking about
one.
soups and video games.
But I will take, like, if you give me like a jambalaya, that's not a real soup.
That's
a
like chili.
jambalaya,
I
right?
I
That's
wouldn't
what I'm
count
saying.
that as a soup.
Well,
Yeah.
it comes in a soup can, so you know it's
A lot of
basically.
things come in a soup can doesn't mean they're soup.
See, exactly. Soup's bullshit.
Are they called?
You know what Gordon Ramsay would say about that shit? Bland.
Anyway, she's made 2 soups this week. One of chicken noodle, one of
Chicken a classic.
Chicken tortilla, I smell like.
chicken tortilla. Now the chicken noodle she did was not bullshit like most chicken noodles because she used these giant ass egg noodles, real wide style,
Mm.
and then we got a food processor for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, that thing is amazing.
I'll do it,
Oh,
brother.
you can do that episode of It's Always Sunny.
Yes.
Order all those
Yes.
steaks.
No, dude, it's fucking crazy. Like we bought I don't remember something potatoes. You just shove the potatoes on top of it and push them in, then
Yep.
little baby slices. Little baby slices.
It's so great.
We did that. We made mashed potatoes with the KitchenAid thing. Fucking amazing.
It just sounds like
wait.
you, because you said you like those soups. It
I-
just sounds
I-
like you
look.
haven't had good soup.
Exactly.
That's
He's
what it
eating
is.
Campbell's
Yeah.
Chunky.
Yeah.
I like a hearty soup with a lot of ingredients.
So you just like dope homemade soup.
Less-
That's the best kind of soup.
less broth.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Not
So
a
I'm
lot of
assuming
broth.
they'd eat the crab soup at the Christmas party.
I didn't know
when
there
you-
was any.
Oh, there was.
You probably saw it. You were just like,
And it was a grade A homemade.
You have some?
Not right now. It's all gone because I ate it all because it was so fucking good.
All right, then let's do. Where are we gonna? We'll talk later when we're not on the air. But we have to figure out a place that we're gonna eat, and it needs to have soup, and we'll all have a soup for a. What do they call that? A prefecture?
appetizer.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It's the most intense talk of soup I've ever had in my life.
I'm
I will
good.
fight for soup, man.
I will fight
I
for
love soup.
What's your
Crab
go-to
soup.
What's your favorite
Maryland
soup?
crab soup.
Soup? Yeah, probably just like straight
Oh.
up Maryland crab.
Maryland. You just said you'd choose cream crab.
Because
over
I haven't
Maryland.
had creme of crab in a while.
All right.
But the thing when you're done with creme of crab, it's like it has all that like creme and dairy, and when you're done,
Cool
you're just like,
stuff, yeah.
oh
Ooh,
god,
feeling a little thick in the hips.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Maryland crab, you're just like, dude, I'm ready to go, man.
Chicken noodle.
Chicken noodle.
I'm very basic. I'll do tomato with grilled cheese.
Nothing
like
wrong
that
with
raw
that.
ass
Nothing wrong
tomato?
with that. Nothing
What?
wrong with
The
that.
raw ass tomato soup, just as it
Yeah.
is. All right.
But
And
you
dip
with
it.
the chicken noodle though,
Yeah.
you got to add a splash of like sriracha in it.
Oh.
That gets the broth going.
I could.
Alphabet soup. Is that?
I've heard of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not bad.
I know of that. Yeah, all right, we'll
All
find
the
some
dinosaurs.
soups.
Mm.
We'll find some soups. It was nice though. We Katie doesn't cook a lot. Like she will, but not like I usually dive in and cook. But she spent like all of Monday last week. I was playing games. She was making a soup. Didn't want any help. I got this. Fucking food processor, everything.
So dope.
It's really good.
Just saw another debate. Cereal, a soup.
No, absolutely not. Ew, unless it's a milk soup. Oh God.
I mean, is the milk
soup.
considered
Yeah,
a
but
broth?
guess what cream of crab is?
Milk soup?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Matt's in such deep thought.
I was gonna say that's a tough choice. There's a lot of midnight snacks that are cereal.
All right, hold on.
Oh.
Is a burger a sandwich?
Because the cereal is
I say yes.
the part
It is.
that you
It's
chew
a
on.
type- it's a
The
type of
milk is a
sandwich.
broth. It's
That's all it is.
considered a broth. So, because whenever you see milk, you don't say it doesn't say cereal anywhere in there. It's
It don't.
I wonder if we're the only ones. Is
no. This is a classic like debate.
I was typing in,
Yeah.
is milk a sandwich? Is cereal
A sandwich.
soup?
I don't know. I can't answer that question because it depends on the cereal. Then.
Does it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're pouring into
It's
it.
not a soup.
Who said that?
Yahoo Answers.
Okay.
What does Bing answer?
That's gonna say that's fucking Bing for you. The first thing that pops up is Yahoo Answers.
Listen.
Use my goddamn computer to Google it.
A soup is defined as a liquid food made by boiling or simmering meat, fish, or vegetables
Okay, fair enough.
with various ingredients.
Yeah, you don't want to simmer milk. Actually,
I mean, you
if
can
you take like
actually
do a hot
Cookie
chocolate.
Crisp? Cookie Crisp in the microwave a little bit, it's a little soft. Put a little milk. Nope.
Soup is
Yeah,
a
all right.
primarily liquid food generally served warm or hot that is made by combining ingredients such as meat and vegetables with stock, juice, water, or another liquid. Hot soups are additionally characterized by boiling solid ingredients in liquids in a pot until the flavors are extracted, forming a broth. Although, hold on, because that last little bit.
It said hot soups. Does that mean there's cold soups?
There are cold soups.
There
I
are
forget
cold
the,
soups. There's that one in Batman Returns that he gives to Bruce, and he spits it out and goes, "It's cold," and he goes, "It's pretty sure, sir. It's supposed to be cold."
Well, eat a dick.
Cold or hot?
Here's a painting from 1865 of a little
a
girl eating soup
gazpacho.
and
That's what
being
it is.
Yeah, yeah,
Gazpacho?
yeah.
Oh, is that cold soup?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
It's multiple types.
bisque.
No, you don't.
I'm just reading words.
Do you have a slow cooker, Joe?
No, that's my
See,
next
if
purchase,
you make
dude.
soup in a slow cooker, your mind will change.
You have
I
one?
want to say, yeah, dog. When I was up in
Yeah.
Jersey, that's all I did was just like drink beer and fuck with a slow cooker, man. It was
I'm gonna Command F the word cereal in this Wikipedia article for soup. Nothing found.
son of a bitch.
My mom makes soups in the pressure cooker now.
Oh, that's like
So-
that's the level
so what is
above
cereal
slow
considered?
cookers.
Just breakfast food. To me, it's 24/7.
What is cereal?
It's like some philosophical question.
Take him to philosophy class. That's the question on the chalkboard.
How can mirrors be real for eyes?
Oh, what?
A grain used for foods such as wheat, oats, or corn.
But it's not always green though.
I don't know, man.
Like just bunches.
I think cereal has like transcended itself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, that's true. I guess like the OG, like Cheerios.
Yeah.
I'm glad we squashed that one.
Yeah.
gang. Mystery solved.
Normal episode.
Is milk a cereal? You guys play any video games this week?
I actually did.
What'd you play?
Am I going first?
I don't. You
I'm
said
Why
you
not?
did.
I know you
I'm
jumped.
nervous.
You were eager, man.
I
Why
wasn't
are you
either.
nervous?
I'm just happy
You
because like
volunteered
the
for
past
tribute.
the past like 4 episodes I've been on here, I've been like I haven't been playing any video games.
Lay it on me.
So this week, I told y'all I'm doing the Winter Brawl
Oh
in
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So I kind of just took a break from PUBG
Oh god, that place.
and other
smells so
games
bad.
just to like brush up on fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
Booted up Street Fighter 5 again.
How's
I was
that
like-
going?
I was like, why did I stop fucking playing this, dude? I fucking love Street Fighter 5, man. Like
It's about to
I was
update.
we have a group chat going on. It's like me, Akko, Jeff, and a couple of other friends that do fighting games. And I was like, what's the best way to fucking train for this tournament? And they're like, do ranked. I'm like, every time I play ranked, I punch myself in the face and just scream. And they're like, play to train, don't play to win. And I was like, dang, thanks, sensei. And then like once I've done that, like
Who said that?
I think it was either Akko or Jeff. I can't remember who.
Kudos.
Yeah,
I think it was
I
I
like
think
that
it was
mindset.
Akko.
it's pretty good.
Play to train.
Seriously, do that. 'cause
Put
you-
that on a shirt.
Seriously, it changes because now when I'm done playing and like I do get knocked out, like I'm not sitting there like smashing on my arcade stick, being like, "Motherfucker!" I'm just like,
Nah, you're Chumbawamba.
all right, I can see why I lost. It's because I got it. I'm not gonna do that next time. And it's
Does
just
that have
like,
replays in
wow.
it?
huh?
Does that have replays when you do online matches?
You can. Like, I know, and I don't think it's built in the game. I don't know if you.
I
can
just
do
don't know
that.
if you're like, are you going back to the tapes?
No. I'm just aware as I'm doing it. And
Yeah,
so I'll
yeah.
lose and I'll remember. I'm just like,
I just didn't know if you're doing it like frame analysis.
Analyze?
Yeah, that word. Well, I know NVIDIA has like a highlights thing.
Mm.
So like at least for PUBG, it's like it records the last 10 seconds of you like either dying or killing someone.
Yeah.
So you can like save and publish it to YouTube's.
Oh, I got a clip to show you guys later from PUBG
Oh yeah.
the other night.
Oh yeah.
Fly
Dude,
into-
but yeah, man, Street Fighter 5, they're about to release a new update when everybody's getting more V-trigger attacks.
Yeah.
What are the?
It's pretty
Because that was the
exciting.
thing that pissed me off in that game, and in all Street Fighter games that are not games that I understand how to play. I never understood how to do the V trigger stuff.
It's this one is pretty simple.
I don't. Something
So to
about
build up
Street
the-
Fighter controls just don't talk to me right.
Well, it's because they keep changing it up. It's always something different. V trigger is new to
Five, right?
Mhm.
or maybe it's called a 5 trigger.
I've always just called it V-trigger.
Yeah, it's a Street,
Let's
in
not
Street-
have that
in
debate.
Street Fighter V.
Yeah, Street Fighter V. Yeah.
No, like everybody has like their own little like special ability, not to be confused with like a straight up like signature move or special. Where like you tap like if it's for like PlayStation, like where triangle and circle are. Everybody has like their own little like thing that will build up that meter, and then R1 and R2 will activate that meter. So like it's different for everybody. So like if you're a Ken, for example, building up the meter, you could sprint towards somebody,
Right.
and you could either cancel it into a move, or if you let him go, he'll just Sparta kick someone.
All right.
And eventually, when it builds up, R1, R2, his feet are on fire. All of his moves have a fire element to them, and it increases.
maybe
like,
I
more
did get
damage.
that part. It was something
Yeah,
else
some
I
people
didn't
though
get.
have like additional combos or moves,
Yeah. I
but
think
some
that's
people
what
they
it
just
is.
become like more powerful.
Yeah,
Maybe
or
it was just like
faster.
some of them I got, some of them I didn't.
like
and it
for
pissed me
Akuma,
off.
you have to be
Yeah,
triggered
Yeah.
to do the Raging Demon.
that son of a bitch.
All right.
But yeah, I was playing that. It's fun. I bought Tekken 7.
Oh, word.
It's 25 doll hairs on the Humble Store, so I was
Nice.
like, why not? Because the competition, or the tournament rather, I signed up for, because when you buy the ticket, you just click which games you want to participate in.
Huh.
So I'm doing Street Fighter 5, Soul Calibur 2, Tekken, DBZ, and
Whoa.
I'm going in that completely
new
naked.
one?
Yeah, I'm going completely naked, like not even like touch
So
it.
you don't want to know anything.
No, I don't want. I just want to
Okay.
go right in.
because I know how it plays.
How the fuck is that even gonna work?
Hey,
First round.
only thing I care about is just Street Fighter and Soul Calibur, and maybe Tekken. Now that I have Tekken,
But I mean, what are you gonna do? Like,
I think you'll be fine. I think
why
you'll
is
be
it?
fine
Do they play similar to Street Fighter or?
more of like Marvel vs. Capcom. It seems like,
Well, the whole
which I'm in that one as well. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite,
Like,
which I'm also going to go naked. I've never played that game before. Yeah,
from what I've been seeing, people aren't taking DBZ as seriously as other games because apparently it's a simple to learn game.
Oh.
So it's not that
I'm okay
hard.
with that.
So like people are saying like MVC is better in terms of like combos and controls, but
I don't give a shit about that because I'm bad at them.
but like I've never really seen a DBZ game that's like super competitive and serious in those terms. And
Yeah.
even if it's not meant to be, there's also people that do make it like that. So it's all about how
I mean,
you want to
Smash was
experience
never
it.
intended to be competitive, and it's one of the
Right,
most,
that's what
you know.
so it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Which I think it'll be fine.
yeah.
It's simple fighting game controls.
I mean,
you'll-
I don't
Yeah,
give a
that's
shit about DBZ anymore, but I mean, I did as a kid. But I'm kind of curious just to try it out.
I rewatched
mean?
a trailer of that game the other night, and I was just like, the fuck.
I've been not rewatching. I've been watching Super.
No doubt.
It's getting good.
Yeah, because you didn't like that at first, right?
Not and I apparently wasn't the only one, but like
Mm.
animation was just very stiff, not that great.
Yeah.
Story was like kind of dragged out, but now it's getting to a part. Well, it took like 50 some episodes, but
Damn.
yeah, it's getting
Alright.
pretty interesting.
Is Goku still doing spirit bombs over the course of 4 episodes?
No, actually no.
No, I've seen a lot of like buzz about that show lately. And
Yeah, apparently something happened really recently to where like they got some really good like veteran animator on board, and some of these
That's pretty
episodes
cool.
were just like really amazing. Like
I saw a lot of people a buzz on Twitter and stuff about it. Yeah.
But yeah, Tekken. I think the last Tekken I played was Tekken Tag on PS2, and like this Tekken, I would say it's like it just plays so good.
Yeah.
Like, it runs so well. I think part of it's because it's on Unreal, but the soundtrack's amazing. Like, it just feels really fucking good.
It's all the soundtracks.
I say you can pick the soundtrack.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, the game's, like, music in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's new stuff, too.
Mhm.
So I went to 3 right away.
But, like, because the complaint I had about Tekken before, I brought this up in my group chat, it was like, when you would play Tekken and then play another 3D fighter, and you go back to Tekken, you felt like you were just playing with, like, wooden sticks. Like, everything was really stiff.
Yeah.
But this one, it's definitely, like, a lot more, like...
Dude.
I mean, it's still a little stiff, because it's still Tekken, but
yeah.
it's not... It feels really good.
Did the frame rate change, or what's different?
I honestly don't know. I mean, from what I remember, Tekken has always run it, like, pretty well.
Or is it
Like,
just,
you know?
different animations? Is that what it is?
I think it's just how it's built, like the
Yeah.
feel, just the physics and all that.
Yeah.
When you
know?
get those close calls and it zooms in,
Yeah,
how much do you enjoy
that's
that?
what I'm saying. It's just fun to play.
Yeah.
Like, even if you suck at it, it's just
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah, no, I had a bunch of fun playing it a while back when I was at Sandeep's, just firing it up. And
Oh yeah, because he did talk about it when.
yeah, and I
we
had
won
no
FNLP.
idea, like, who half the characters. I've never been a Tekken dude, and I just kind of jumped in and was playing characters, and I was like...
7 will definitely, like, catch you up to speed with everything.
Yeah, I remember you talked about the story a bunch. Seemed good.
It's dope.
Is
But
it too late to sign up for that Winter Brawl thing? I feel like it might
I'm
be.
not sure.
Because
I'll
like
sign up.
because
think-
well,
I don't know.
my friend Storm, like, he really loves Tekken. Like, that's like his main game.
Dude, don't. He
And
needs to go, man.
He's either like Raven or mainly Yoshimitsu.
That's my main is Yoshimitsu. Yeah.
So I was like, if it's not too late, I'd probably take him to that. Just,
Yeah, that'll be dope. I mean, it's in PA, so it's not too far, but it's.
I think
you know,
I'm not sure if what I went to was a Winter Brawl before. I forget the name of it, but I did go to like a fighting game like event
Oh, okay.
up in Philly.
There's a
and-
whole handful of them in like the East Coast in general.
The smell was dank though.
Oh, I'm I am ready.
Yeah.
Bring on the dank
Yeah.
stench. Bring it. But yeah, I've just been training for those two, and then finally today, actually this morning, I just maybe Marc's heard this game, but started playing Phantasy Star 2 on the iPhones.
yes.
On the iPhones. I don't know if I talked about it before, but I've been on and off with Phantasy Star for the past 15 years.
Is
Like,
that the one you tweeted at them about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the tech support or whatever. But yeah, I'm actually starting to like actually play it. Like when I played it before, it was on that game on 360, the Sonic's Collection,
Right.
whatever the hell it's called.
Sonic's Genesis Collection.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a little far in it then, but then I was like, I just don't feel like playing this. And it's kind of dope on the phone just because you got it on the go with you. And you just grind whenever. So I was just playing that like all this morning, and then came here.
Have you played that one before? Or, I mean, how far did you get the last time around?
The last time I got to like the first dungeon, and the dungeon design in that game is whack, straight up, dude. Like I maybe it's just a sign of the times because that game came out like 89 or 90
Yeah.
or something. If you ever read into it, it's pretty interesting. Like the release of that game, it was a big deal because on Genesis it was like a solid brick, and it was like $30 more expensive because it had to like have updated memory inside the cartridge itself.
Yeah.
I remember trying a couple of them back in like high school or whatever, and then I got the 4, and I was like, I like the design of 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can see how they took that, and then I can see. So when I play online, I can see where like a lot of the inspirations came from these other past games. So
Yeah,
that's
like
pretty cool.
because I've played Phantasy Star Online, just the first one.
Yeah.
And now when I'm playing 2, there's definitely a lot of like key things that I can still see that it's carried throughout the Phantasy Star.
I think one time I saw the cover of 2 because it has like the main character has like blue hair, right? Just like a whole like blue
Yeah.
outfit. Like I used to think that was Marth.
It's definitely got a Marth vibe going,
Yeah.
and because in the game it has like that anime style, it's like the anime style drawing, so it definitely does look like Marth.
Your favorite?
Yeah. Oh, my go-to,
I did a little bit of digging. The Winter Brawl, you can still sign up.
Where is this at?
This is in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What weekend?
It
It's
is February
February.
23rd through
Oh, it's late in
25th.
February, okay.
Yeah.
Pre-registration, early bird ren is already passed. The second wave is already passed. Early bird was $45. The second wave that I think Ben must have got into was $55.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
the one I
last
got.
call is running through January 29th for $60.
It's not
Um,
too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Registration gets you. You must register for 5 games minimum
Mm-hmm.
to.
I think 5 is the only amount you can sign up for.
5
And it
to
sucks
max.
because if you want to do DBZ, it's an extra $10.
Yes, it
to put in
says-
the pool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dude, that game blew up so quick.
yeah.
Like people can't even like the beta I think just released the open beta, and
Oh,
people
yeah.
can't even get a match because like the
Akko's
maintenance on
been
it.
sending us photos, and,
And
it's,
then,
they
like,
just
everybody's
send
like
loading
complaining, like,
screen.
"Oh, first blunder of the year." I'm like, "Well, because it's a popular fucking game, and they're not ready for this."
That's why they're doing the beta. That's why.
Yeah.
This is why. This is
Yeah.
why. It doesn't make sense why that game's so big because it's
Dragon
not.
Ball.
Well,
I mean, actually, because
it's not the only
the cartoon.
DBZ fighting because I had a couple of them on
Yeah,
PS1.
but this is the first
Yeah.
like fighter that's
That's not.
I think in a while because
Or in a
like
while
between
anyway,
yeah.
between like Budokai Tenkaichi and the Xenoverse series, that's all like over the shoulder, like vertical screen, weird like
Oh yeah.
there's like destroyable room type of fighting, and this one's more like a traditional like 2D fighter. And the fact that it's from the guys that made Guilty Gear, I think says a lot
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, those are 3D models. Those are not
Yeah.
sprites.
I
That
know.
fucking
Looks-
blew my
It's
mind, dude.
insane.
That
Like-
blew my mind.
And I feel like for like shows or movies, like doing CG is so much that speeds up the process to like produce more episodes because you just take that model and just move them around. Or I
Yeah.
assume that's how it works.
Yeah.
In a very dumb
It
way.
is. Well,
But like, if you
'cause-
can make a whole show with those models, like
I know.
please,
it doesn't look because I thought they were just sprites, and then Akko was like, "Nah, dude, those are models." Because
you
from
look
the
better
Guilty Gear
than
guys,
show.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, it doesn't make sense because it doesn't even look like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want
Same
to. I
goes
want to
for,
see like a dev story behind that or something.
Guilty Gear Zerd. Same
Yeah.
thing. 3D
It's,
models.
yeah, they're all. I don't get it. I'm excited. I like this little fighting game Renaissance. you're
Yeah,
having
I
here.
don't expect to get anywhere far in this tournament, but I'm just excited. 'cause
Fuck
I've never
it, dude.
been-
Have
I've never.
fun.
I just want to go. But yeah, I don't know. Like,
I've
ever
never
since-
done one.
That's what I'm saying. I've never done. I mean, I've done
Yeah.
like ones at MagFest, but I mean, those are kind of just everybody's surrounded around like one arcade cabinet. But
I've done shit like
I
where
mean,
we
at least-
do them, you
yeah,
know.
at least
But
this one you're guaranteed to play.
that's what I'm saying. I've seen like Evo and stuff, and it just looks fucking like dope.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, no, I've wanted to go to Evo.
I know it's not gonna be anywhere near the levels of Evo, but like,
Nah,
well,
maybe.
Eva also is in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
which also adds to the appeal.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, I'm excited. So I won't be here that Sunday probably.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, but I'll
that's
I'll report
fucking
back on that,
cool
yeah.
though. And they're live streaming a lot of that event, so maybe we'll
I
be
think
able
it's
to watch
more of
it.
They
like
typically do, yeah.
like the not the finalists, but the last half of the bracket.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna record the first.
There's probably like
Whoever,
a group
you know what I mean?
stage, and then
Yeah.
it ladders out from there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure like the ladder part is going to be broadcasted.
Oh my god, when does Ninja Turtles come out for Injustice?
About a week before.
Yeah, because
that,
Injustice
probably.
is on that list. Injustice is gonna be there at the tournament.
They should be there by that tournament.
Oh man,
Because Enchantress just came out like this last week.
I have to get back into that.
Because
So about
originally I actually signed up for the Injustice one, but Akko was like, "Dude, just sign up for Tekken because we're all doing Tekken." And then I saw it was on sale on Humble Bundle, so I was just
Okay.
like, whatever, I'll fucking,
The Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they have a Soul Calibur, I think 5 tournament.
Are
there,
you
too.
freshening up on that? Or are you going into that one?
No,
just
I
raw?
have to freshen up on that because
Yeah.
I used to play it a fuck ton at Tilt.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, Tilt. Y'all
Yeah.
remember Tilt?
I don't think I've ever been.
White
Oh,
Marsh.
man.
Yeah.
No, I've never been.
It's arcade.
man.
in the
Oh
mall.
wait, was that the name of the arcade?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
named
I
the
never knew
arcade.
the name. I just
Yeah,
because
because the sign of it was
Oh,
like
White
in the
Mark?
corner.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
hard
I've
to
been
see.
there.
It was
yeah.
like blue neon
Yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah.
it became like a weird little
Oh yeah.
diner.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Played Soul Calibur 2 with all the Juggalos.
Yeah.
All the Juggalos, man.
Yep.
Yeah, wasn't it next to like the friendlies or something?
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
yeah. I remember
Yeah.
that.
You'd walk by and you just see Ben's brother playing DDR.
See, I was usually at the
A lot of
the
DDR
other
heads
mall.
there, dude.
Oh yeah.
where there's Ultra Zone and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
everyone goth kids hanging around the DDR machines.
Yeah.
That Tilt arcade, because Jeff was reminding me, they had that punching game. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
That was a Fist of the North Star or whatever the hell.
Oh,
it's called.
yeah.
It was that arcade cabinet.
Ah.
I was like, I didn't fucking make that connection.
Yeah,
It's like
no.
the North Star.
Is that what it is?
I feel like that's an anime you would enjoy.
It just looks so ridiculous
Yeah.
whenever I see it. I'm like, all right, this I'm down. I am down.
It's like a heavy metal version
Yeah.
of DBZ. It's like-
Ah. That's fucking dope, man.
Yeah.
You got me itching now. Whenever we just talk about fighting games, like when we were doing Game of the Year talking about Tekken and shit, I was like,
Dude, I'm talking, especially once they were like, dude, play to learn, not play to
Yeah.
win. I'm just like nothing. I don't care anymore.
Because
It's
fighting
all
games
big.
are always so scary from the outside of them, and when you get in, you're not good. You're just
Yeah.
like, but then when you get that one thing that just pushes you over the edge, man,
Yeah.
you feel so fucking good.
You know, it's great.
I usually don't play with strangers online. I just play with friends.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot more fun playing with friends, but I feel like, especially now I'm doing ranked, and I'm actually when you play ranked, it doesn't rank you with like
I
the
guess that's
top
another
5.
thing.
It does a little bit better than you, and then a little bit worse than you. It's like a constant,
Right,
like
yeah.
That's
like
another
kind of
thing.
balance.
I've never done rank in like almost any game.
That's what I'm saying.
I
I
always
usually-
find it to be like very intimidating for me.
Yeah,
Like, I just
even
don't
on,
need that
on
pressure,
CS:GO, I don't even
that
do
stress.
ranked.
Once you take
Yes.
those baby steps, though, it's easy. It's
Yeah.
easier to get
I
into
think
things.
now, since like after like Game of the Year stuff, I was getting more into like playing these other fighting games. I think I've been like a little more thirsty for like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Do it, man.
Let's fight someone.
Yeah.
Let's find a fight.
What have you been playing?
So I got back into a little bit of Titanfall 2.
Oh, shit.
So
Damn.
after MagFest, my one friend Doug was playing that a lot because that's like his main game, and he pretty much convinced my other friends to get it. I already had it on PS4, but I reinstalled it, and was just playing very little bit this past weekend. Not good, but I'm learning.
Yeah.
You know,
Was that a timed exclusive for Xbox?
The
The
first,
first
one
one.
was.
Was that what it was?
and
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It was like, well, it was a console exclusive. It
Mhm.
came on PC and Xbox One.
Okay.
The first one.
Yeah.
2 was just.
I think because I was starting a campaign in that too, and I mean I like me a game with some mechs. If you have any kind of mech in there, I'm in. Or giant monsters, either or, both, whatever. But I'm liking the way they have this one set up. I like the world that they made for this, you know, and it's by like like what NXT members who did like
It's Respawn Entertainment who
yeah,
used the
Call of
heads
Duty games
were
'cause-
from Infinity Ward during
Yeah.
like the first 2 Modern Warfare
and you
games.
feel
Oh,
that
really?
you feel that right away.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
legit then. That's
yeah,
cool.
like when you play multiplayer, like the customization which I think is pretty fair with the way like you level up and stuff and all the stuff you unlock. Like it's
It's generous too. I got
Yeah.
a lot of my stuff within a few hours of playing, I think.
mm,
I got it installed. I just haven't dove in yet.
yeah, I don't know. It's
I want to replay that.
yeah, I enjoy it. That's like I don't really usually play those kind of
Yeah.
I guess shooters. I mean,
First person shooter. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
like I usually don't play for the online. I guess
Uh-huh.
as the main focus.
Right.
But no, I'm kind of enjoying that.
So you're doing online, you said?
Oh, both.
Okay.
I'm doing the story just to like reacclimate myself with the
Oh,
controls
okay.
and everything, get the hang of it without having to worry about like somebody punishing me constantly. Where like as soon as I spawn, there's like 5 Titans ready to like butt fuck me or something.
Murder.
Yeah. So that's cool. Plus the story, that's pretty neat. I would like to see that as like a movie or something. I can see that happening.
I could definitely see it as like an explosive action movie.
And the game modes are pretty neat too. But like when there's one where you're just Titans and that's it. And
Pretty cool.
it's like, of course, it's a little slower pace because you're a Titan.
Mhm.
But when you get up on somebody and you start beating the shit out of them, just like melee, and then it turns to like a signature move that like zooms out and you see like it's really cool.
That's wild.
Yeah. That hasn't been my main though. The main game I've been playing, I had to write everything down because I didn't want to mess this up. I think I messed it up last week. OneShot.
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking. Yeah, I remember hearing about this.
Yeah. So the person that I was talking to at the booth at MagFest, like she was like selling all kinds of art, and then she was telling me about that game. Her name is Casey Gu, if I'm saying that correctly, just GU. But she goes by the name Night Margin. I think I said Night Morgan last
okay.
time because like it was all like
Yeah.
8-bit looking, and I just misread it, so that was my mistake. But she had a lot to do with that game, where like with art, character design, music, co-writing it. So.
All right, on.
So it was. I didn't realize that until like. I mean, I kind of knew when I was talking to her, but then when I played the game, I was like, "Oh, this is really cool. Like, I'm really liking it. It's like I copy and paste like a little bit of information from like a wiki to just like sum it up, but like I didn't know how old the game was because I think we just got it last year back in March, but it's apparently been out since like 2014. But it was like a freeware game. It was like only in Japan for a bit, and then we just finally got it on Steam. Like
I'm
stateside.
gonna look it up on Steam real quick.
Yeah, what? What is... You binged something you shouldn't have. I know that.
I searched for OneShot. So I
Oh,
could see
no.
screenshots of it. OneShot game, and I got it.
You got it.
but it led to a related search for a glamour shot game.
Oh, I'm not sure what that is.
We can look at these over the break.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we are.
No, but this game, like you take the main character is like this, like it's this child, but kind of looks like a cat, and his name is Nico. And you just wake up in this world that is where the sun died, and you're like
The
this,
sun?
like their version of the sun is
Okay.
not our version of the sun. It's like some light bulb basically for
Yeah.
them. But you find this light bulb and it lights up as soon as you hold it, and everyone's like, "Oh, the prophecy's true! Like you're the Messiah, the one to like help save this land." And some people are like, "Dude, the land's already dead. Just this bring this light back would just be like a nice thing for people to see before it fully goes away."
Mm-hmm.
So like it gets a little real at some points, and then it starts breaking the fourth wall, where like there's a computer that you find throughout some of the levels. It will talk to you as the player, a la like Monica to you.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this,
Because when I was talking to Casey, like I was in costume,
oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I was talking about the character I was from,
yeah.
and that's when she brought up her game.
That makes sense.
She was like, "You might like this then." Blah blah blah. Like it's not like
Yeah.
creepypasta, but there are like moments where it really breaks the fourth wall and you get a little.
Is
weird.
this a horror game?
Not
It
really.
just looks.
I mean, there's
like-
there's eerie elements in it,
Yeah.
and there's some parts that make you might feel a little like uncomfortable, but not in any way of like
I
horror.
mean-
but Yumi Nikki was an inspiration, and so was Hyper Light Drifter.
See, because it's got like that RPG Maker vibe to it.
It's definitely made an RPG. Maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of impressed by it because I didn't think you could do something like this. Because usually when people like somebody releases like an RPG Maker game on Steam, it just gets like kind of thrown up as like a it's kind of half-assed.
one of
You're
those,
just using
yeah.
those assets, but these look like this was like
Built from the
sprites
ground,
were
yeah.
made from the ground.
That's what I'm
up.
saying. I didn't even know it was an RPG Maker game. It just looks like it's got that feel, but it's definitely like all custom made.
Yeah.
It's very
And,
polished.
and
Yeah.
there's no battling. It's all like puzzle solving and just like interacting.
sweet.
I like that.
Like interacting with characters, and Nika will actually talk to you, because since the computer's aware of you, somehow like Nico becomes aware of you too, and it's like, yeah, just close your eyes and like, or not close your eyes, but like, just try talking to him. So like he basically treats you as if like you're God basically, and you can like you have like select answers. You can talk to him.
That's wild.
Coolest part that kind of makes me want to like take my time with this, because I was just kind of like trying to like rush and go through it, but it's not that kind of game. You should just try to just walk around and explore and do everything, because I think that adds to the title,
Like Breath of the Wild.
I guess,
Sorry.
but on a smaller scale. As Matt puckers.
Yeah, I just wishlisted it. It looks good.
Stop fucking dabbing over there.
But
Fucking
there's
asshole.
parts you'll find in the game where there's a bed, and that's how you save the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nika will go to sleep, and the game will close itself out. So like it's recommended to play windowed, because that's what it said. You can play full screen,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll be like, hey, there's certain things that happen that you might want to do this windowed, and now I see why. Because because you'll get certain files on your computer, some things will change, and
That's cool.
That's neat.
and making the game windowed will also help solve some puzzles too.
Interesting.
So yeah, so I'm really appreciating this. Like it's really thinking outside of the box. It's very creative.
Overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam.
Music's very chill, but every time I started the game back up, these little pieces of art appear, and it's always Nico in like a wheat field, and I found out that's him dreaming, and then he actually talks to you about these dreams,
Ooh. I think I just saw a screenshot of that.
and I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, you're supposed to find this tower in the center of this whole land, and you're supposed to
Yeah.
and you're supposed to restore the light in that tower, which I'm assuming is just a giant lighthouse essentially, because somebody was like, yeah, like there was a character spinning in circles, and it's like, yeah, Grandpa was telling me that like that the light that we have would go in circles, so I'm pretending to be the light. I'm like, is it a lighthouse? I don't know what, like, it's weird. Like you start off in like a barren land where like all these robots are like just not working, and they're like torn to pieces and rusted, and you like that's like the first puzzle is trying to go around that and like solve it, and like, hey, how do you get them back working, up and running? And you meet characters along the way. And then where I'm at now, it's like I'm not sure how long this game is, but now I'm in some weird like I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't a screenshot. It was like a big cityscape where I'm like above everything.
Yeah.
And everybody just lives in like tiny little
That's
buildings.
saying it looks radically
like
different.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's neat.
Yeah. How much? $10? $15?
I believe it's 10.
All right.
Don't worry about your system running this thing. It runs on Windows Vista.
Heck yeah.
If it runs on Vista, it'll run on anything.
If it runs on Vista, it's running 98.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
mean,
I'm excited to play this game.
yeah, it's definitely has a creative way of teaching you patience. I feel like.
It keeps
Yeah.
popping up on Steve, not just because you're even playing it, but I think it kind of keeps popping up in those queues that you get every once in a while, or you get them all the time, but I
Yeah,
go
they
through
do.
them once in a
Discovery
while.
queue.
Yeah, and it's popped up a couple times in my queues every now and then. So I don't know. I think it looks cool.
I mean, like the
Sounds
character,
cool, too.
yeah, like Nico himself is a very like charming little character. Like he's very like naive, but like in a innocent, like fun way, and just the way you interact with all the characters, it's very it's charming.
See, this is what I love about
wish
these
I-
kind of games.
Yeah.
Because you go in here, and then you go down that rabbit hole of more like this. And then you just see more games that are just dupe, and you're just like, oh. Wow.
Well, in
I- like,
some cases,
I can
more
kinda
like
see
this is
it-
not the
That's
greatest.
true.
I'll tell you about this.
I can kind of see it sharing like Earthbound vibes in a way,
I
Yeah.
can see that.
just
Yeah.
because like the wacky casted characters and how you interact with them and everything in just that kind of world.
I could smell that.
But yeah, OneShot, pretty good.
I'm going to have to play it.
Yeah. Matt, what'd you get yourself into? What?
Dumb stuff. I've done nothing productive gaming wise this entire week.
Did you
Play-
uninstall Dota?
No.
All right, yeah, nothing productive.
I played more PUBG.
Me too.
Nice.
I haven't done anything new. I keep going in, dying, jumping
Sounds like
back
you're
in,
playing PUBG.
As you
dying.
do,
yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, I usually get into like the top 30 or whatever, and unless I get real aggressive and I get into like the top 50.
Yeah, there's a couple times where I've like intentionally wanted things to end quickly, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna run to the center, see what happens.
Yeah, I for some reason, I'm sure this has changed since the last time I played, but on the North American servers, you know, there's like, if you check your career, there's like the percentage of top whatever. Evidently, I'm the top 10% of players in the North American servers. Don't know how that happened, but so...
Don't question it, just take it.
Yeah, exactly. So now, for whatever reason, the game likes to boot me automatically to the Asian servers, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. Whatever. So now I'm taking...
Are you sure it's the Asian servers, or it's just the Asians in the American server?
No, it's the Asian server.
These are good questions.
Yeah.
Although every server I go into, the plane ride always starts with China number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I'm very much missing out on that shit.
Yeah,
by
you're
playing
missing.
On Xbox.
And then that's followed by fuck you.
Yeah.
See, but are you missing out, though?
No,
That's the
you are
thing,
missing
know?
out.
I don't know. I can't even make that call.
So yeah, because of this newfound rating or whatever, I kind of pride myself on that for some weird reason. And so my tryhard server is the North American server, and then I'm just going to be ultra aggressive, find a gun, just go hunting. Is the Asian server. So,
All right.
Yes.
so I go in and yell, "American number 1," and then jump out of the plane.
They're all looking for you.
And then I'm just yelling at the person that's in my proximity. But yeah, that's more PUBG, you know, classic.
I see
plane
nothing
ride.
wrong with that.
The game's good. I started playing a little more solo this week.
Yeah, okay.
Like, because
I still haven't squatted up with anyone.
normally I only play squads, but like squads, it's more casual. You're just like hanging out, and then by like the final 10, 15 minutes, that's when shit
That's when it
gets
gets just
real.
real, yeah.
But early on, man, you just have fun. But the solo from the start, you're like,
You kind of edge.
Yeah.
Solo is
mouse to
always
house.
scary, man.
totally different. Totally different. I think I brought it up. My nephew just gets so fucking mad at that game. And it's like, dude, nothing changes. If you win, nothing changes because you just do another one. If you lose, you just do another one.
Yeah, but you get a chicken dinner, man.
No, I know.
You
but
get a chicken dinner, but if you're playing on PC, you get more coins to get more crates to then sell and make that money.
You
I
get
like where
the
that's
same
going.
thing on Xbox. You can get crates for, whatever. But
Yeah, but you can't sell the crates on the Steam marketplace.
no, you can't. But
Dude, 60. Sorry, hold on. Daily advertisement or weekly advertisement.
Right.
I got some gray and white camo pants out in the marketplace right now. 4 cents each. Can be yours for
But
a total of 8 cents.
we're playing on Xbox, therefore he can't sell anything. So there's no incentive to win other than just like I won. But even if you win, even if you were winning every game, it doesn't matter at the end because you're gonna play again. It's not like once you win, you're done. But he just so mad. The other night we're playing. Did I tell you guys about this? When he ran off without us.
I don't think he told us.
Well, no.
All right, I'm playing.
Why?
It's me, my nephew, his friend, and my sister's boyfriend's kid. We're all playing in a squad. We pick the point we're going to drop in at. Like, let's go there. He fucking runs off, or he, like, falls somewhere else. Nephew.
Okay.
Goes somewhere different. And as soon as he gets there, runs into trouble. Someone starts popping off, so he's downed. So he starts screaming at his friend to come save him. Like, what are you doing? Get over here. Save me. Get me up. Help. So his friend goes over. Susceptible to peer pressure. That's what happens when you're 16. He runs
He's
over.
shot down because they're using him as bait.
He gets him up, gets my nephew up, and then they shoot him in the head. Then my nephew gets downed again, and he's yelling for everybody else to come over to him. I'm like, dude, no. And then when he gets, like,
Done.
murdered,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't get murdered. I'm in a dune buggy at this point. So I'm like, I'll get to you as soon as I can. I don't know how the fuck you got that far away from us anyway. I get over on the dune buggy, pull up to him, and the same button to revive somebody is also the same button after they're dead to loot their corpse.
Yeah.
So I'm getting there and I'm watching the thing just tick down and I'm like, I'm coming. And I hit X to fucking revive him and I'm just looting his corpse and I just start cackling and I'm like, well. And he's, fuck this game. This game's fucking stupid. And I'm like, no, it's not. You ran ahead with, the game has nothing to do with it. He's like, it's fucking dumb. And then he's just blaming everything.
No,
He's
of
like,
course.
well, I'm going to go play GTA, guys. Have fucking fun with this piece of shit. And just like gone, leaves our party.
Good. Free up the server.
We're like, damn, dude. Just fucking hang out. It's fun.
It is.
Like,
I'm so glad I play with someone that we have me and Nick, we just have a mutual understanding. Like, I'm down. They're using me as bait. Don't come get me.
yeah, it's not hard.
Yeah, there's been multiple times when I'll be in a gunfight. I'm like, guys, don't even fucking bother looking this way. Just
Yep.
go.
Keep
go.
going.
Go.
Just
Yeah,
like,
especially like Rainbow
you
Six
have
is like
grenades in your hand throwing towards them.
it's like Rainbow Six. Like I'm firing at 3 people. I'm by myself. Like I'm gonna try to maybe take down 1 to get a trade, and that's gonna be about it.
I hate that you can't shoot someone when you're down in PUBG.
Oh yeah, so you're on that stun
You're
stage.
just trapped.
Oh well, I
waiting to
mean
die.
that's most games.
That's what I liked about Left 4 Dead, but you can only do pistols.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, if I could do my sidearm or something, I'd be okay with that.
Oh, I'm used to it. Rainbow Six. You're done. You can hold F to stop your bleeding, but you can't move around. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun, man. It's hella fun. And I finally, I was gonna say fix my internet, but nothing was wrong with the internet. I'm just a fucking idiot and have my router on the third
Opposite
floor.
side of the opposite floor of your
Yeah.
house.
But I fixed it. And now it's more better, and now PUBG runs like a charm.
So dude, it's
Yeah.
Did
I
they
still have-
update? They're updating it, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I still get a little bit of lag here and there, but
The frame rate picked up some.
dude, after I move the router closer, like everything is smooth.
Well, is that the frame rate or is that the patch or is it just like coincidence?
Probably coincidence.
Okay.
But like the
There is that like
textures look better.
that lag that kind of fucks up the frame
It,
rate.
well, it
you know
really
what I mean?
it really affected the draw distance.
Like
Draw
you were-
distance was
Were
pretty
you
bad.
ever
but-
rubber banding?
Not consistently, but yeah, sometimes. Like it's rough. What else did you get into outside of Chinese
I've played-
PUBG?
I played a little bit more of Rainbow Six with Nick.
Yeah,
Dabbled a couple hours in that. Same thing. You
Yeah.
know, Rainbow Six. Ben, you got to get in.
I know.
on
I
this-
think
on this
well
fun.
now because of the fighting tournament, I'm doing strictly.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
But after
like,
that, I'm
eventually-
hopping right into Rainbow Six.
Yeah, that game's a lot of fun. We
Yeah.
just, we kept playing. We played a little bit this morning too. Same thing as last week. I'm still just trying to learn some of the new operators, mechanics, and some of the new maps. But when we get into the older stuff, I feel more at home. I'm like halfway as far as like that currency to get to the first DLC operator I can unlock. That first currency to unlock operators called Renown. It's not like that I've been saving this entire time. I've been spending on different attachments for guns for all the other operators. So I'm just finally have gotten to the point where I don't need any more attachments. I'm just purely saving for the operator. So I'll get my first DLC operator here sooner rather than later.
Sweet.
So I look forward to that. Once I get after it starts paying off some more Christmas bills here, probably in February, I'm just gonna pump money into this game and
Nice.
buy all the operators.
Hell yeah.
I'm just
That spring sale, man.
Yeah, well, you have to see because it's weird. So yes, I bought the game through Steam, or technically you got it for me through Steam, but then I got the rest of the operators through Uplay.
Oh, but it syncs with Uplay, doesn't it? Like when you actually launch it through Steam, it launches Uplay.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you can still buy like some of the season passes through Steam, but if you want like an individual operator, you want to sink enough money into Uplay for one operator, it has to go through Uplay. So
son of a bitch.
So yeah, like I might end up buying like the year 3 pass. Let's like just get that done and over with, so that way I have the operators going forward, and then slowly maybe put $5 here, $5 there.
Oh, there's no like overall season pass. It's by year.
Yeah, it was yearly passes.
Okay.
So we're on year 3 now. I think the first 2 operators came out for it. That pretty much when they launched the DLC. So I think I'm just gonna end up buying that, and then like. I'll buy the occasional operator. They're like $5 each, which isn't terrible if I'm buying it here and there. And then as I earn the currency, the in-game currency, I'll buy the others.
Does Uplay still do that thing where like if you get an achievement, you get like Uplay points and then you can spend that on stuff, or is that just like an Xbox thing?
Nope, you can. You get like a gold thing or whatever.
Cool.
You can use it for some stuff. Like I got it. Like I don't know.
I didn't know if you could put that towards like the DLC stuff or whatever.
No, not really. I mean, there was a one thing where I could use some of that gold to get some extra renown, but like when I'm trying to get to 25,000 renown, and for like 100 Uplay coins, I get 250 renown. It doesn't get you anywhere.
Damn.
So,
Gotcha.
I mean, it's definitely a grind to get there. They definitely like I can see how like if you want it, you're going to spend the money, but if you're just patient, you'll get one every now and then. I mean, especially the way me and Nick played on PS4. Like, I had 4 of the DLC operators, and that was before year 3 and, like, halfway through year 2. So, you'll get there eventually.
Let's do it.
But, yeah. So, that was Rainbow Six. But then, the main event of the week, the next esport, the one that I'm going to dive into. I'm going to become an esport man for Team Liquid.
Oh, boy.
Dota 2.
Oh, boy.
Here it is.
That game. I don't know. I don't know why I've dived off a cliff with this game. I don't know why I like it so much. Everything about it I should hate, but I don't for some reason, and I just keep playing it. Like when I'm going through the queue and it says, because you played 58 hours of Dota, you should play this. And I look and I'm like, this is fucking dumb. But I'm like, well, I play Dota, so I guess it applies. Maybe add to wish list. Who knows? It's $2. I might play it. No, I've been forced to play some other characters. They kept banning Sniper on me. I don't know if it's been something about the latest patch, if it's something about the current meta. I just don't know. So more than not, I've been seeing Sniper as a banned character from the start. So that forces me to play as someone else. Yeah. And so I played a couple other characters, and I'm learning them. For those that have played, I've been playing mostly as Blood Mage and Earthshaker. They play differently. They're both... Blood Mage is more like an all-around character. Sniper is like a carry. So with a carry, you kind of nurse him to his end level, and once you get some items into him, he becomes that character that just guides your team to victory. So if you stay on the level curve with the rest of your team and the opposing team, like if you have the right support cast around you, you will win a game if Sniper is played properly.
Oh, no doubt.
Blood Mage is more like an all-around, and the other thing is he's melee, he's not range, so he does a little bit of everything. He can be a carry if you design him to be. He can be like a maybe kind of sort of support if you want him to be, but he's best in my opinion as like a laner. That's like a support character / like initiator. So I can hold a lane with him decently well, and I can go and pick a fight, and if I have someone that has my back, like I will win the fight because he has the right moveset to start that fight. And then Earthshaker, he is purely an initiator. He has the right moveset to just go into whether it's 2-on-2, 4-on-4 or all the heroes against each other, like in mid or whatever, like if he puts the right move out first and you have the right supporting cast behind you, you will win the fight because he started it off so well for you. So he just has these attacks that both stun and paralyze opponents. And if you followed it up with the right move set, or like, say for instance, if I'm playing this Earthshaker and the sniper has the right items and level, like I can stun the opponent, maybe get a couple hits in, and then the sniper uses his ultimate on that character and he's dead.
Damn.
Like less than 4 seconds if executed properly and at the right level. So it's weird though, because now I'm starting to get to the point where I'm starting to get mad at my teammates. But that says something.
Yeah. I mean,
That says I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
well, I feel like this kind of forcing your hand to play other characters is good too. Like in fighting games, like training for that stuff and playing that stuff, you hit a point where you feel like you're not getting better. And I had that for a while where I always wanted to get good with Ness in Smash Brothers, but every time I did, I was like, I'm fucking terrible. Like I just didn't get it. And then I always got my ass kicked by people playing Fox or Falco, particularly Akko. But I started practicing Fox and Falco and really understanding them a little bit. And by way of understanding them, not only did I learn kind of what my opponent was doing, then I'm learning how I can take those skills back to Ness better. So when Sniper gets unbanned, it might end up working in your favor.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's happening. So, like, one, like, I'm feeling more confident in my abilities because before, like, I used to, like, especially if I was in the off lane, because a typical, like, formation is 2 in the top lane, 2 in the bottom lane, and 1 in mid. And mid he gets experience much faster because he's the only one you're not sharing the experience. So, so typically, if I was in the off lane, I would just kind of stay behind the other character, even if I was supposed to be an initiator. Like I was just so scared to do anything. Like I don't want to be the fuck up that messed up the entire round. I don't want to feed the opponent, get them the experience and whatever. But now, like I'm like, all right, well, like hit enter, let's fucking go, enter, and then we're charging in, and then like I'm becoming a little bit more aggressive myself, where like depending on the characters of the other team, I might feel comfortable using the gank, ganking in another lane, whether I shift from the off lane to the mid lane, give that guy that extra bit of experience, where being that next, the difference between level 5 and level 6 means your ultimate. Right. So if I can get my mid to level 6 before that other mid, then he's probably got another kill advantage before before he can get any more levels or anything like that. So it sounds dumb, but like a half of ring of experience to get to the next level, it can matter in this game. And yeah, I don't know. It's just that realization where I get pissed off, and then it was like, oh wait, I'm getting pissed off. That means I know what I'm doing.
How long have you been playing this shit now?
58 hours.
How many? Like, are we at your year anniversary yet?
Oh no, I think I started like in the spring or early summer. No, because I played a little bit, then I kind of fell off of it. Then I got back into it when TI 7 happened in August.
Right.
So
now TI is
that's
the
Valve's.
rapper? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
No, that's Valve's major. It's called the International. That's the one that has the biggest money.
Oh, okay.
And usually, like, they get some of the money from the amount of season passes that are bought for that season. Some of the money contributes to the pot. So like that's
pretty cool.
It's like the Super Bowl of Dota almost. But yeah, then like I don't know, like I've found that the key bindings weren't to my liking, so now I've like remapped some keys and shit. Like I'm full in
deep, man.
Now. I know what I'm doing now.
Can you get that 20 button mouse? Like they used
no,
to.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But yeah, I found out there's a deny thing, right? So you can kill your own minions to deny the other team experience or gold. And I've been trying to do it this entire time, and it wasn't working for me. So finally, like, I just Googled it, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? It's a fucking option you have to turn on. It's not on by default.
That sounds weird.
To prevent news from me accidentally clicking and killing your own minions.
Nice.
But now I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I denied the other.
Since you get mad at the game, you're not a noob anymore, man.
I'm getting mad. Like, it's time to turn it on.
It takes.
Yeah.
And now, but now because I'm getting mad, my chat's getting a little bit more interesting.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Are you
So-
turning on your match shit?
A little bit. There's
boy.
just times where, there's another lane that's struggling, and, I'm, I can't leave my lane because, we're even. If I leave the lane, he's going to hit the first tier tower, and it's going to be a nightmare for the rest of the goddamn match.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, you know, Joe.
I know.
You play that one match.
I
You know
did.
everything.
I get it.
So, I want another support.
I know esports.
I want another support to go down there and gank and get that extra experience, and they won't fucking do it because they're so goddamn comfortable and they're laying up top. Well, I don't know.
It's bullshit.
Now I'm just getting pissed off, and then people get pissed off at me, and then it's like, well, I'm the highest experienced fucking player here. I'm at level 10. You all are at level 7. What the hell are you all doing wrong? I'm trying to carry the goddamn team, but I got a goddamn bristleback tearing me apart. He's at level 12.
It's so true. I was just saying that the other day. I was having some soup, and I said,
Son of a
let me
bitch.
tell you.
Yeah, Matt, we could not play this game. You would be so mad at me.
No. If it's people that I know are learning, it's fine. But I don't get mad at people that aren't playing properly because I was in their shoes not too long ago. I get it. You're learning. It's a learning experience. However, it's when someone says, "Oh, you're fucking up," whether it's to me or to someone else, and I kind of glance at their.
I wonder what you would have said if you were learning at the beginning and someone said, "Hey, you're fucking up." You would have been like, "Fuck you."
Well, yeah, no, but I don't get mad at the person they're saying is fucking up. I get mad at the person who's saying they're fucking up. I'm like, well, dude.
Oh, we'll give him a chance.
Yeah,
I understand.
Either A, give them a chance, or hey, you can't talk because your lane's even worse than theirs.
That's fair.
No doubt.
Okay.
So yeah, I try to be
Gwen's
fair.
fine.
I'm like the Gordon Ramsay Kitchen Nightmares approach. I'm fair until someone gives me some bullshit excuse.
Someone gives you some undercooked frozen bullshit.
And then I start telling them they're bland.
I can't find.
They're fucking bland.
I can't find a lamb sauce. I'm sorry.
I like that.
It's
They're a
good.
fucking bland hero.
Taking the Gordon Ramsay approach to Dota 2. I like it.
I'm gonna have to steal that. I'm gonna have to
That
steal that and
approach
yell
to
people with
everything.
Lego or something.
But yeah, that's been my week. More esports, Dota.
Good week. That's a good week.
That was a good week. What about you, Yosef?
If you had to guess a video game series that I played this week, what would you think I played?
I'm just gonna say
Dota.
Halo.
Ben got it. You were.
I'm still not used to this. I'm
I
not used
know.
to this. Joe plays Halo.
It's a series. There's 2. Dota 2.
God damn it. I played Halo Reach. Not all the way through. I know. The week before, remember, I kind of was like, "Yep, Halo 3 and ODST done." But that I had an
How
extra
far
day
are
off that
you?
week. Reach, I'm over the halfway point. I am, if you recall the plot points of that game, I'm in New Alexandria,
Okay, so you did the city already,
the city.
like the tall skyscrapers or whatever.
I think that's where I'm at now.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
about where I dropped off in that game.
okay.
I did the space fight, which
Okay.
was amazing.
Yeah, I forgot about that for a second.
Dude.
Yeah, so when you're playing with friends, it's all of you. It's just like Star Fox.
Oh my God. Dude, the next Star Fox game needs to be that. Like, that fidelity.
Is that what we were talking
That-
about in the
yes.
text? Okay.
Dude, you did this part, like, the controls felt so good. The actual dogfighting in space feels so good. And then it all leads up to this big-ass battle on the Covenant ship for fucking nothing. The only thing I have written in my notes here is a quote from one of the greatest bands of all time, "And nothing else matters." Because nothing fucking matters. And, like, obviously, like, the whole point of Halo Reach, this game is, this is what happened before that led to the Covenant doing everything they did in the Master Chief saga. So nothing.
So it's like a prequel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So clearly the whole team here in Halo Reach failed because the Covenant are still fucking shit up. But seeing it all kind of like fall down, like you're like, this is it. We get up on that ship. We're going to blow up that ship and everything's going to be okay. And then that big motherfucker, George, grabs you. And you're like, hey, come on, we got to get out of here. And he's like, someone's got to stay behind to light the fuse. And you're like, dude, we got to go. And he picks you up because he's a big motherfucker, walks over and just throws you out into space. You float away as he just fucking ignites the ship and kills himself, kills the whole ship, and then as you're falling back to Earth, or it's not Earth, back to Reach, you just see all of these Covenant ships come out of the sky, and you're like, oh shit,
Damn.
Yeah.
ah shit.
I mean,
Up.
if not for their failures, then you wouldn't have
Yeah.
Master Chief.
You wouldn't have ODST.
Right. So, but Halo Reach is really, really cool. I'm excited to keep going on that. And like you can see where Bungie grew up through that series. Like everything they learned from the beginning to this, a lot of things matured. Like the gameplay, as well as the writing, as well as the music. Like so many things just got better and better and better.
Does it feel more open than 3?
Yeah. It's very much so.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel a much more like 3 was like looking back on 3, like I still like it, but it was very scatterbrained. Like
Yeah.
it was just kind of like, I'm real hazy on that one. Yeah, this one's really, really solid though.
Kind of mad he missed the whole multiplayer boat on this. I know we kind
I
of
know.
say
Yeah.
like every week when you
Yeah.
talk about this, but like
I know.
like 3 and Reach was the pinnacle of
Yeah.
Halo
Well,
multiplayer.
the dope thing is people are still playing Reach. I jumped into a few matches on Reach.
Oh, really? What? It's going to
Um,
be probably the best of the best.
I remember we had.
I held my own, dude.
Yeah.
I was doing
good.
alright.
Yeah.
I remember we had one squad and we were all color coordinated to be like Power Rangers.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That too, dude. The fucking customization in Reach, like the ability to like change so many pieces of your characters.
Yeah.
Fucking dope. I'm waiting. I didn't buy anything for my suit because if I save up $100K, I can get a black visor, which
Nice.
is obviously what I want.
Nice.
Yeah, the
fucking
visors are.
Reach is the last one that's not class based in multiplayer, right? Reach, you're
Um,
still going around picking up the weapons in the arena.
Yeah, but I think you can start off with like
Yeah, you can
whatever
choose your
perk,
yeah,
like
yeah.
jetpack or
Okay.
like the
Okay.
punch.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 4 pretty much goes whole class based. I think you can still pick up weapons in the map, but
I don't know about
you
that.
are creating a class in 4.
That's cool.
I'm really excited for 4. Oddly, I'm gonna be sad to leave the Bungie stuff behind, but like, I'm ready to see what 4 has to offer.
See, I know 4, like, I know right away, like, everyone, like, just, not, this isn't spoilers or anything, but, like, right from the start, everyone was like, that is not Master Chief's story anymore in 4, it's Cortana's.
Cortana's,
Yeah,
yeah.
so, I played the first 2 hours of that, and I was like, I just not in the mood for
You're
a
like
Halo
running
game.
in that game, and like there's all sorts of different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels more modern, and I think because of that, I was just like, I am not, I'm kind of past this in a way.
I feel like you might appreciate Titanfall a little more after this.
Yeah, no, I
Because like
really
when I
want
was,
to
when I
dive
was
into
playing it, I
Titanfall.
was getting some like not exactly like Halo vibes, but something about it. I'm not sure if it was like the story or the design of the characters and everything, or if it's like futuristic and
Yeah.
robotic-y and like. But especially for the multiplayer, when you're like customizing, like that, you can everything. You're
Mhm.
pretty much making your own class in that too. It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna dive into that one eventually. I've installed that and then just never went back to it. Yeah, the Halo saga continues. By this time next week, I should at least be knee deep in 4.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Actually, it's a holiday week. I have a couple extra days off. I may complete 4, depending on how the
Bug
week
it.
shakes out. Yeah. And not only is it holiday week, I think Katie goes out of town for a few of those days. So,
Oh,
might-
yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully by next week I can finally talk about the part in Reach I've been wanting to talk about.
Yeah. Definitely by next week.
Spoilers!
We'll be able to talk about Reach in full next week. But 4, I should have a good chunk in. And then listeners might not know this, but you guys certainly do from my nightly text messages. But I'm
Yeah.
playing
Oh,
a
yeah.
fuck ton of Splatoon 2.
Mm.
Totally came back around on it. It started with me jumping back into ARMS and being like, ARMS is cool, but also, like it's ARMS is really good. It just doesn't. There's something about it that just doesn't fully.
Last.
Yeah, like I kind of get my fill, and I'm like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
And I honestly think it's the core mechanic of that game, where like there are different arms. I know that, but in the end, it's still just a long arm that goes flying out, and you need to control it to hit your opponent.
Yeah.
And I think the skill set, the combos that you're able to do, are not as like in detail or in depth as things you do in more traditional fighting game. Where I'm like, traditional fighting game has so much variety Where I think Arms is just like 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
I feel
It's
bad
good at being
I
simple.
feel bad for its theme song because I hear it so much that
Whoa.
like it makes me tired.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm just drained.
Yeah, but I still like jumping into that game,
Yeah.
playing a few matches, and then jumping out.
Dude, Dalzim would be such a cool guest character.
But that led me back to Splatoon 2. And dude, I that's a really good game. Now that I'm finally like back in it and like really back in it, Splatoon 2 is really good. And before you say anything, because I know you want to say everything, I agree. The online infrastructure is not where it could be. But maybe it's where it should be.
No.
No, it's not where it should be. But I finally figured it out. Follow me on this one. Okay?
Okay.
The biggest complaint we always had was I can jump in and play Turf War. You can jump in and play Turf War. You can join me playing Turf War, but we're not necessarily going to be on the same team. And if we're going to do voice chat, we need to go through that silly app. And it doesn't work with Turf War because it only works if you're doing a private match, right? Remember that part? Yeah. And we were all like, what the fuck is this? Why is this happening? Yeah.
Private match.
I learned. I figured it out now. The way they've got it set up. Because obviously you don't put this system out without some thought behind it. And I figured out their reasoning. Turf War is your warm-up mode, casual mode. So if I am Little Timmy No Feet.
That's unfortunate.
That's what we call Earl when he's got his paws tucked in. We call him Little Timmy No Feet.
Oh.
If I'm Little Timmy No Feet and I just want to dive into a game, I just got this for Christmas. Yay, here we go. Turf War's for me. Because you go in, you just lay some paint down. Remember, it's a family company. There's a widespread audience here. Matt's still shaking his head, and he'll continue to. But it's meant for casual play. You just want to jump in and fuck around. If I see that my friend's on fucking around, I can join him. I might not necessarily be on his team, but it doesn't matter because we're just having fun. Ranked mode is a tutorial. You are playing ranked mode. You are earning your ranking. But by increasing your ranking to a certain rank, you will eventually unlock League Battle. And the only way to really understand what's going on in League Battle and get good at what's in League Battle and collaborate with your friends in League Battle is to play ranked mode and understand those modes.
How can you collaborate with your friends in League mode?
Through the voice chat app, which fully works and supports League Battle.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yes.
I didn't know that. How's the voice quality on that?
Have not tried because you won't play with me.
Oh.
Why would you use the... I'm not going to start this.
No, you can also
No.
use Discord.
Okay, I was about to say, why don't you just use Discord?
Yeah, you could.
Or why can't I just use the fucking console?
I know.
Keep going, Joe.
I know. But ranked mode, it is a competitive thing, but it's still a tutorial in so many ways. You're learning what those game mechanics are, and you're practicing and getting better.
Isn't like every game mode a tutorial?
I mean, yeah, technically. But like... But I understand, because when it started, and it was like, okay, well, League Battle is the only way you can join. You can pair up with your friends and jump right in. And I was pissed because I was like, well, then let me fucking play it from the start so Matt and I can jump in and play this. And then, no, it's gated till you play ranked mode enough. And even playing through ranked mode, like, I'm still not good at these modes. So jumping in League to try and be super competitive with somebody on my team, I'm still going to fuck things up because I don't know what I'm doing yet.
So the majority of support for this game is in League mode.
No, all of the modes.
All of them.
Yeah, they keep adding weapons. They keep adding new
No, I
stages.
just mean like the whole like with the voice chat.
Oh, you mean voice
working
support.
and all? Just yeah, like it seems like to get the full benefit of the online, you have to be playing League.
I think if you want out of
With your
this
friends.
game, if you want out of this game what you get in other games where you're squatting up and jumping into a thing and playing together, League Battle is the only way to do it. And I understand that because if the four of us all squatted up and jumped into Turf War, we'd wreck shit if we could pair up and go against four randoms who weren't communicating with each other and whatever. It'd be easy to just destroy and mow them down. Same thing with like Splatfest when we were doing that, like way back when.
Yeah.
That first one when it was the three of us and Joe, like we just ran through everything because we were kind of connected and we understood. We were working together. I I totally get it now. And it's so much fun.
So what's the app called?
Nintendo Switch.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured because I'm on the App Store right now.
Um,
I was curious.
No, but it's really good. There's a Splatfest this weekend. Team Comedy won.
Cool.
Joe dabbed
Always.
for all the people not here.
Bringing the dab back for 2018. I don't know if you know that.
It didn't go away.
Well,
Right?
As long as the fidget spinners don't come back. Keep that shit in 2017.
Yeah, I just took it to a point where like I'll try to flip something, and even if it doesn't land, I just do like the quickest dab. The quicker the
Yeah.
dab, the better.
Oh yeah.
So
You gotta
it's
be
just like,
real good. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I have one complaint about Splatoon.
Oh, just one. Okay.
Just one. I'm telling you, dude. And I'm gonna call you out because you said you almost jumped in that one night.
Yeah, I did.
See,
But it didn't.
but you almost did, which is a step closer.
yeah, my weird comment for that is because I still have everything in my backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Switch is a on-the-go thing, I could just boop button and handheld whatever. Because it's not set up, I'm not inclined to play anything on
Oh
it.
my god.
Same thing for my PSVR right now. It's not hooked up to my PS4 at the moment. It's just on the floor. I'm like,
I don't have it.
I get exhausted looking at it. Again,
I don't.
just get out of
I
breath.
can feel on that. I can.
No, but my workflow for this week, if you will, is like when I said at the beginning, like I come home, I sit down, eat something, and then I come down here, I play Halo for a little
You
bit.
just want to shoot a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I know. That's it.
PUBG, Halo,
Boom,
Splatoon.
boom, boom. But I come home, I play Halo for a little bit. I get a little bit further in the story, do a chapter or two, and then I grab the Switch out of the dock and walk upstairs, hang out with Katie, and just play Splatoon all night. And it's just like I'm getting it, and it feels really and like I'm remembering the versatility of the Switch and like falling back in love with that thing. Just I'm laying there and I'm like, I'm kind of uncomfortable. So I pop the Switch down on the dining room or the coffee table, pop the Joy-Cons off, sit back and have a match. It's so good. One complaint. Splatfest has the best music. The best music. And right when it gets to the one hook, the hook, you get to hear it 1.2 times in the course of a match. Match is 3 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
The one really, really good hook of the one really, really good song plays once. Then it goes back to the regular old thing. And when then it kicks back into the chorus part, it's right at the 1 minute 4 second thing. And it's like just about to pick up and jump into the good part that gets you like real good. And then it does the 1 minute remaining countdown and the music changes to the 1 minute remaining music. And then I throw my Joy-Con at the wall. It's so fucking good.
Oh, that's it. Just the music.
Yeah, dude, honestly, everything else is great. I've got dope clothes now. I finally understand the like reroll mechanic for your gear where you're like carving out each of your slots. You're getting the best optimized gear. It's
You just
so
learned
good.
that now.
I never got
Maybe
I
maybe
knew
my
it.
experience with Destiny 1.
I knew it was there. I just never like bothered to do any of it. Now I'm like going in and I'm like, all right, let's scrub that slot. I need to get rid of that and use something better. Like I never cared to do it before. Is more that.
Yeah, I was never a fan of re-rolling in general. But like I get it now, but I've never ever fully utilized it.
Yeah, me
in
neither.
Any game.
Me neither.
That
But now I'm like,
I don't know, man. If you got that dank ass shirt that just said dab with an exclamation point and it was a little squid just doing this, like,
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
I would re-roll that until I got whatever I wanted.
dude, I've got cool ass. Like I've got a fucking ski jacket now that looks like it's from a cocaine skiing movie in 1986.
Nice.
It's.
Snow King.
I'll show you my character when we take a break. I'll bust it out for you.
You showed me already. When you explained this whole online
No,
thing.
I got a new. I didn't show you the
Oh,
new
okay.
jacket. I'll show
I
you the
got
new
it,
jacket. It's really good, dude. Really, really, really good.
Will it go with his white camo pants that he sell?
I hope so.
Dude, 4 cents.
4 cents. A
4
piece.
cents. I get 2 cents out of it. 4 cents.
Yes.
Camo pants. On
No.
the marketplace.
Out there in the
Sunny
market.
surplus.
Matty Ice 131 on Steam.
I'm hoping that one day, this is my dream. Because Ben will have a Switch at some point. Whenever they put a red Doom cart out.
Ooh.
Either that or just a new Donkey Kong.
Well, maybe some news on
Yep,
that after
yep,
the break.
Yep.
Yeah, that the four of us can squad up, league battle.
And use Discord.
Slayer.
Yeah, I'm not downloading Nintendo Switch.
What if they fix it?
Boy, there it is, Rebel.
I refuse.
What if
Slayer.
they-
I refuse.
What if they fix it? Also, final thing on Splatoon 2 that I already forgot. Oh, the new level this week. New level dropped this week. It is a museum, and it's got all sorts of cool dinosaur bones and stuff and whatever. But there's some neat shit. If you go, there's a display cases. They have like a little Game Boy in one of them and stuff like that.
Oh,
It
cool.
got some cool shit.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. And there was a reference to human bones made by Perla Marina.
Dude, that's dope.
Yeah. Splatoon not fan fiction, real legal fiction. that legal fiction
Barely legal.
is
fiction.
getting fucking dope.
Yeah, they also hate Big Bang Theory, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
so.
they made fun of Big Bang Theory, and they talked about finding human bones in their backyard. So,
Wait, Splatoon did?
yeah,
because nobody's a
This shit's gonna
human
rule.
there.
all the
Real
humans
weird.
are gone.
Damn.
The
All
sea
right.
creatures,
Respect.
yeah, man, the sea creatures rose from the sea. One day we will all go into the water. Go into the water. Live there, die there.
Wait, is this a thing?
Yeah,
Is this a...
death clock. We're going to take a
Oh,
break.
sorry. I thought I was just thinking
Mermaider?
Splatoon.
Yeah. We're going to take a break. When we get back, we are going to talk a little bit about news and a lot of bit about the Nintendo Direct Mini that happened this week. Be right back. Welcome back to the Free Cheese 231. It's time for news. We're going to run through a couple of news stories that popped this week, and then we're going to talk about the Nintendo Direct. The lead up to the Nintendo Direct, the excitement surrounding the Nintendo Direct, the results of the Nintendo Direct, all things Nintendo Direct, including
Mini.
Right, mini.
Yeah, mini.
But including when you can probably expect another one. But first, Microsoft is potentially working on a new career system for the Xbox. So this is weird. It's called a career system, in quotes, which is aiming to extend past the current gamer score system. So here we go. The new system is allegedly being implemented to alleviate the problem where gamer score doesn't fairly represent accomplishments of esports players or other gamers who might spend the majority of their time in a single game. So gamer score is something that's reflecting, hey, you play a lot of fucking games. But
Nerd.
but I really like this because there's not a full part of me that says I need to move on to the next thing because I'm not earning any more achievement points or trophies or whatever. But there is a part of me where I'm like, well, do I really need to play? Like if I platinum something, I'm like, well, I don't really need to go back to that. I got everything I need to get out of it. And that's not totally true. But there's something about the mentality of approaching these games where your brain forgets that, and you're like, I don't know if you.
No, I get that.
Yeah, it's like it.
Like
Makes
I
sense.
looked at Bloodborne not too long ago, and I said, oh, well,
Nothing
I
else to do.
got that DLC, but that's about it. I'm really hopping into that.
Right, but like, you totally could just play that game over and over again and just keep seeing it and keep feeling like there's nothing wrong with that. But we've been like conditioned to believe that is a wrong thing. So this kind of career system will come with quests to complete certain tasks, like playing specific games. There will be cosmetic loot crates for avatar customization and experience points as rewards. Although not intended to replace gamerscore, this career system will incorporate achievements by rewarding experience points that will contribute toward levels in a player's career, tracking both progress and playtime through their existing game library. Sorry.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I was never hooked with the gamer score trophy thing.
You dodged a bullet, my friend.
I don't see the appeal in it. I think it's just another like, if you need something like that to incent you to play a game, I feel like you shouldn't be playing a game.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
It never did
Thanks,
that.
guys.
No, it never did that for
No,
me. But there are games that I just fell in love with where like, I'm like, well, what's the next 30-hour goal for me if I stayed in this? Oh, it's that platinum trophy that I thought was impossible when I started this game. It's not as bad as I thought. So like, when I look at games like Bloodborne and Horizon, where I spent, I played those games to a platinum trophy, but like you said, Like once I got those platinum trophies, I kind of stopped playing.
You feel like you did everything, even if you didn't.
And
Like
then-
there's shit you haven't seen. But
yeah, and
you
then I
just,
like
you're
what you said about the esports thing. Like with Rocket League, like I got the platinum trophy. I got that months ago.
years ago at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But like, I still play that game. It'd be cool to get whether it's like a achievement points or another like bronze trophy or two. Like I don't know, just something that would be cool.
Yeah.
It's not gonna make or break the game, but it'd be nice if I got something for playing as much as I did.
I mean, it's definitely a step in the right direction where you can redeem stuff.
So
now.
yeah, that's the thing. Like their Xbox is. I don't know if you guys saw that tease for the new avatars they put out some point last year. Do you remember that?
No.
I'll show
I
you.
think so.
I
I'll show
don't
you later.
remember.
They're really, really impressive. You know what the avatars have been on 360, and they kind of got carried over to.
Those are pretty dope.
They are. When you see the new ones, you're like jaw drop. I'm not exaggerating. Like
Is it like
they're fucking impressive.
What is it? PS3, like when they had the PS Home.
No, that uncanny valley.
No,
shit.
I think I was thinking of something completely different than you guys. What I meant was, what's pathetic is when people will play certain games just to boost their
No,
gamer
that's
score.
Oh yeah.
No, that's
Because
what
I
I meant.
remember like when the whole achievement system like was new and came out, like people would specifically play games, and then they would get turned off playing games like Ghost Recon, because Ghost Recon's gamer scores, they were odd numbers. Like usually it's like 5,500 or 6,000.
Mhm.
Ghost Recon, it was like just some weird random numbers.
Orange Box does it too.
Yeah, Orange Box too. So when you get a rank in it, your gamer score was just like some weird number. Like it wasn't like a full like 1,000, 2,000 type of number.
Yeah, I never agreed with a game telling me when a moment should be special.
I guess that's
or,
true.
or it was like, as soon as you do it, it's like, congratulations, you did it. I'm like, yeah, no shit, I did it. I was there.
See, I remember the.
yeah.
Oh wow, it actually
oh.
looks like little CG.
No, they're amazing.
Those like
So that's
something
not
that like
just-
DreamWorks.
that's-
a little bit.
So
Yeah.
that's in game. Or in engine.
These are the avatars. Yeah, you're looking at them. They were meant to come out fall of 2017, but they're no longer doing that. But like, they're supposed to still come out this year. But I think they're going to be tied into this system.
So
That'd be cool.
I'll say so. Everything you got for your avatar before, would that carry over? Because that's a lot of recreating.
I don't know. No, I don't think they've said, or if they have, I haven't looked into it. That
They actually have like unique body styles too. Like
yeah, I mean, you
weights
just
and
saw a lady that was pregnant. Like
Yeah.
you can really showcase your personality in that
There's
moment.
some accessibility
pretty
ones,
cool,
like someone
man.
in a wheelchair.
Yeah, someone in a
pretty
wheelchair,
cool.
someone with a bionic arm.
Mhm.
Pretty dope. Guy
Yeah, I
with
was
a
saying,
shark on his leg.
I remember the old podcast Beyond Days, the IGN podcast, where Colin and Greg raced for platinum trophies, and
Yeah, dude.
they would play the dumbest shit ever to get a platinum trophy to try to beat one another.
So, just side note.
What is that?
Why did that pop up? We didn't type that in. We were just talking
Oh my
about
God.
that.
Who's got the Google phone here?
I don't know, man.
Whip out the tinfoil hats.
Yeah, fucking bust that shit out. Just start speaking shit, and then shit pops up in your YouTube. Come on, Come on. I don't know. Never. Not here. Mm-mm.
That
I ain't
same here, man.
ho-ho.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, Google.
Mm. Anyway, I think that's pretty dope.
That is
Sort of
pretty cool.
incentivize those types of things. I think we need to get away from that way of, because honestly, like it did totally shift for a while. I've gotten through it, but there was a period of time like 2012, 13, where I would go to play a game that I was excited about, and I'd look at the trophy list, and that would totally determine whether or not I started. There were certain games that transcended that. It didn't matter. I was going to play it either way, but there were things, if I were on the fence and your trophy list was bullshit or wasn't worth my time, I didn't play the game. And I missed out on
Thankfully,
so many things.
never got to that point. I am someone though that like in the first 2 hours, if I'm really digging this game, I kind of look at what it takes to get the platinum trophy now.
Yeah, it depends on whether I like the game
Though
and how much I like it.
Yeah, with like that type of stuff, I actually do like it when I do something in the game that's like not conventional, and then the game acknowledges that, and then and then they're like, all right, cool.
No, it's been like playing through Halo games. Like I do something and it pops up and it's just like, hey, and I'm like, what did I do? What happened? Like it's always those
You
have been
kill,
the
like,
ones where
4 grunts with a red barrel or something.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I like those
all right,
ones are cool. Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
It's pretty dope.
CES was this week,
It was.
and Hyperkin made a thing. or they're making a thing. The Ultra Game Boy. I sent you guys this, right? You saw the picture of it?
You did. Now, what's it actually called?
I think it's called the Ultra Game Boy.
Are they allowed to do that?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, Nintendo still has a patent for it, right?
It kind of bothered me that it didn't have like a black frame around the screen. I was like, who
Yeah.
took it off? Who
Yeah, what happened here?
fix it?
I feel like Nintendo would still have that patent, right? I don't know. I don't know
Should.
shit about patents, though.
Let me see if I'm right.
I mean, they probably still do with the Virtual Console because I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
They say Game Boy games
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
And when you start up the game, it still has
Trademarks.
like the Game Boy chime and whatnot. So
I will double check.
And like the way Game Boy is spelled could be like if there's a space between.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
it's BOI. No,
really
just kidding.
shady.
Are you sure it's
shit.
not Game Boy?
Just kidding. It is called. No, it's called Ultra Game Boy. Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah.
Probably because the word ultra and get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
The final design is still in flux, but plans to sell the Ultra Game Boy for under $100 when it launches later this year. Yeah. It looks like a similar body style to the Game Boy Pocket. It has a backlit LED.
That's the vibe I got from it.
Yeah.
It's like
I-
that flat Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I
So-
like that this is happening. I want to know what it feels like. Hyperkin doesn't have the best track record with consoles. Like, they made the Retron stuff, and those things were kind of
yeah.
fucked up. Like, those things just had stolen emulators inside, and just, I don't know. I think early releases of the Retron 5 were, like, disemboweling people's carts. Like,
Oh, shit.
you'd pop it in, it's like, hey, this is kind of tight. You'd pull it out, and
guts
the
just come
guts
out?
come out of the
Jesus.
inside of your cart. And you're like, well, all right.
My childhood.
Sorry, good thing
yeah.
we have that Virtual Console and Switch. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Give it
Well,
time. Give
at
it
least it's
time.
on 3DS,
Hey, we
right?
haven't even talked about the direct news. How do you know it's not coming up?
Oh, well.
I don't know. They're I don't know. Yeah. Hyperkin is Hyperkin.
There were those Sega controllers and peripherals.
I was thinking the other day,
That's
what was
Oh,
the
yeah,
name?
yeah.
The SNES thing is coming out soon, right?
Oh, the
What was the name of that company?
analog.
That's
yeah.
what. Yeah.
Analog, they make some shit, dude. Like,
Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day, and I could not remember the name of that company.
what do they call their little baby?
Because I'm
Super NT. Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Oh, I remember that. And it's like
I'm thinking about.
you can buy
getting
like
it.
different shells and what like they had like the see-through shell. Okay, I remember that.
No, I think you should get
I'm
that.
thinking about getting it.
Because, dude, it's not even that
Is
you
is
can.
that what it was?
Atomic's usually their name for the see-through stuff.
Yeah. No, it's not even that you can, like, the Super NT, not only will it play Super Nintendo games, but the dude they have working on all the FPGAs and that stuff, they've unlocked cores to different things. So if you've got the right hardware or an SD card, because I think this thing will accept SD cards, you should be able to just play, like, fucking Neo Geo games on it and Genesis games on it, and it does some cool shit.
So it's a Retro Pi
I mean,
But it's...
with a cartridge slot.
So there is software emulation, right? Where
Yeah.
someone builds an emulator to emulate hardware, but it's still software emulating hardware. This is hardware built to emulate hardware. Fucking cool. So it's
It's
not
an interesting take.
it's not actually emulation. Like, it still is the hardware. It's
It's just mimicked hardware.
it's really fucking cool.
Super Nintendo is very nostalgic to me. That was the first video game console for me. So yeah,
It's a great console.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It's a lot of memories.
And look at how
World.
fucking pretty these are.
They
Yeah.
are.
Oh, I know. I know.
They're out like this month, right? Or next
Yeah,
month?
that's why I was thinking about. I just couldn't remember the fucking developer the other day when I was looking it up.
$190 February
I
2018.
don't know if I can spend $190 on a Super Nintendo clone console though.
But when
But-
you have the carts already,
When you've already
Yeah.
got the carts, this plugs into your modern TV, and like
Oh, it's got HDMI.
that's what it's built for. It's
That's
built.
what's cool.
Yeah, it's. You got to look into this thing.
Okay.
If they
See,
made
I
a Genesis
have
like this,
plenty
you'd
of
buy
carts
3.
already.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just a matter of I would love to play them again.
It's just weird that this came up around the same time I was on Etsy looking for like custom Game Boys
Oh,
that
yeah.
have like a backlight.
I've seen
emblem
people
and
do that.
everything,
Yeah, they like
'cause
mod up
So,
themselves.
and that's the thing that I was gonna get at is like I think this Hyperkin thing is neat. However, I bought a Game Boy Pocket like last year or 2 years ago. Just fucking do that and like it and whatever. And you can backlight mod it if you want.
Yeah, but then
some Game Boy games you have the Virtual Console and like 3DS and stuff. So
Well,
like it's not.
There's nothing like holding original hardware though.
Well, like the one
alright,
I was
well,
looking at though
fine.
wasn't for
no. I
specifically-
mean, you know.
I'm just
gameplay.
saying, if you're that desperate,
Yeah.
there's a Virtual Console elsewhere.
like the one I saw had like hookups for it to like make music for it. So if you're using like
Oh,
that's pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you're doing like like LSDJ or Nano Loop or something.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I guess we'll see.
Oh,
Get
video
those
games.
sweet, sweet LGN cards going again.
Oh yeah.
Awesome Games Done Quick has ended. I completely forgot that it started
Well,
until
that
like
was quick.
I knew.
I didn't realize
Thanks,
it.
Mark.
I knew it about midway through the week. I pointed at you. Midway through the week, I was like, "Oh shit, that's happening now." I was already a few days, behind. I've not watched any of it. You guys watch any of it?
I don't think I've ever watched it.
I watched one run,
I
and
rarely
I
do.
said, "Oh, that's right, I'm boycotting this."
Why are you boycotting it again? You reminding the listeners?
Bonesaw, the ban has lifted on his 1-year infraction. Why isn't he back?
Dude, I don't know if you know news about Macho Man Randy Savage, but
He's dead.
Did you hear how much they
Snap
raised?
into a Slim Jim. What?
Yeah. So AGDQ raised 2,263,093
Did
$2,263,093 for the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
Is that more than in the summer, or is that less? Are they finally plateaued?
That's a lot
Every
of freaking
time,
money, though.
every time they've done it, it's been more and more.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot. But then
I guess.
it feels like it never is.
Says it
Yeah.
it surpassed last year's AGDQ.
Well, there you go.
But it doesn't say anything about SGDQ. I don't know. I don't have the
no,
numbers on top
alright.
of my head.
Is SG like the prime or is also the prime?
AG, with the Awesome Games Done Quick was first, and then they decided to do it twice a year, so that's how they did the
I
summer.
figured once you add like a season to the name, it's like a
Yeah.
sister one.
I mean, take both events as serious as
Yeah.
it's pretty
Started last week with Crash Bandicoot 3. Wrapped up with like a 3-hour, 59-minute run of Breath of the Wild. A lot of dope stuff.
So there was a Bloodborne run this year.
was a Bloodborne.
I don't think
tag.
this game was there, but if you ever watch a speed run of getting over it with Bennett Foddy,
Yeah.
that is therapeutic.
It may have been here.
There's sometimes for like newer games, there's a vote on what newer game to play.
It's like
and
it's less
someone
than 3
does
minutes.
Yeah.
Gonna say I don't think they did 7 again this year, but the 7 run from SDDQ or SDGQ like was 12 hours long.
Yeah.
And they hosted the whole thing, and there's a good moment. I forget how long they're into it, and like the guys like fake like, oh shit, fuck, and then oh, just kidding, guys, we're still good. They're like 8 hours into this run, and it was like, oh shit, we screwed up, oh shit, and then
Little by little, they will upload all the runs to YouTube, but you can also check it out all on Twitch. And June 24th through July 1st, Summer Games Done Quick. Earlier this year. Normally, SGDQ falls a little bit nearer my birthday, in the middle of July. This one's starting.
More
towards the end of
Bonesaw.
June. I know. Fingers
Back
crossed, dude.
Bonesaw, dude.
You should do a drunk games done quick. When
That was
someone-
Bonesaw, man.
Yeah,
He wasn't
okay.
drunk, but it
Okay.
felt like
Okay.
he was.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They have him play like something ridiculous.
Dude,
Like-
there is
We'll just host our own. We'll just-
Yeah.
I forgot how many
Yeah, I
years
should
ago.
stop talking now.
I forgot how many years ago that was, but there is a classic Sneak King, Burger
Ooh.
King Sneak King speed run, and they get to the 3rd act, and the guy literally says, "Okay, I can't play the game past this point anymore because it's broken."
Matt, you had some interesting news about the video game Artifact.
Yeah, so esports, you guys are aware of that, right?
Splatoon 2.
Anyway, one of the more popular teams across a lot of the different games, whether it's Dota or Hearthstone or Counter-Strike, Virtus Pro, they came out and said that they are leaving Hearthstone, and that a lot of their Hearthstone lineup is transitioning to the new card game from Valve, Artifact, which is the Dota 2 Lord card game that was announced back in TI7 and is supposed to come out this year, although there's still no release date. if they're making this transition now, there has to be some kind of alpha or beta about to release, whether it's closed or open. But Virtus Pro came out that it wasn't just because of the new card game, but they said they were looking at Blizzard's Blizzard, who makes Hearthstone, their track record the last few years of their tournaments, and they said that based upon that, they're going to make the full transition of leaving Hearthstone and leaving up to their players to either transition to Artifact or not play a card game for them. And what's interesting about that is Blizzard hasn't really made any big changes. There's not really a lot of games that Blizzard does esports with. I know they just announced Overwatch with that big Twitch deal that just started last weekend, but this might date back to what Valve is doing with Dota. So right before TI7, they announced some major changes to the way they were going to do the Dota tournaments. And it used to be just so many majors, and there was money involved, and that was about it. And there was qualifiers for the international, and then the rest of it was done by qualifiers for each of the regions, and so many teams got in. Well, this year they're doing like a major minor system, and Valve doesn't necessarily have to host the tournament for it to be a major. It can, they will back someone if they put enough effort into it to become a major. And majors are capped at $500,000 pools, and then minors are capped at $150,000 pools. And then based on the major and minor, your placement, there's a point system to get you automatically qualified for the Super Bowl of Dota 2, which is the international. And then from there, there's going to be, I guess, still region-based qualifiers, in North America, Asia, South, traditional. So I have a feeling that Virtus Pro kind of looked at that as that Valve is making some efforts to kind of adapt to the new esports, arena that maybe Blizzard's not trying to do now. Like I said, I know Blizzard just did that thing with Overwatch, but they had not announced anything major besides that. And here Valve's making these moves with probably their most popular esports game, and I think, I don't know, man, if this is the first team to go, and it's just happened this week, I wonder, I just don't know who's next, or if Hearthstone starts to fall away.
Pokemon trading card game could really step in here.
Let me tell you what, I've not seen the Pokemon trading card game very much on Twitch as much as I do Hearthstone every major.
You're just not looking.
You have to scrub. You're right. Hearthstone, I just click right there. It's usually in the top 8. It's going to be interesting. I don't think a card game with this kind of caliber has kind of come out since Hearthstone. Hearthstone had a lot of backing behind it because of Blizzard, and it took a lot of that functionality from Magic. So it's going to be interesting once Artifact here gets a release date. I know I'm actually very interested in it, which is really weird. I know I was big into Hearthstone, and then I kind of fell behind because I didn't want to spend any more money in that game. It was very hard to earn cards, and I just fell behind the actual meta of what you needed for a deck. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how Artifact does it. If I jump in early enough, it would be cool to be on an even playing field with everyone. I'm just curious to see what happens here, because Virtus Pro, that's a name you see across different sports. It's not just their Hearthstone focus. That's a bigger name, and as far as teams go, so it's interesting that they're just totally not expanding their team to make an Artifact team. They're just leaving Hearthstone to put that team into Artifact. And then I guess the other thing is Artifact is closer than we think. That they're leaving in February, so
no doubt.
Hopefully.
What was the one card game I think Akka mentioned? Was it
Eternal?
Yeah.
Eternal, I played about 2 hours of that game. You do earn cards at a ridiculous rate. I don't think I ever picked up a big esports scene. I don't know if that's still in beta though. I'm not sure on that.
I'll bang it.
But,
I was about to check Steam.
Do you remember the time they showed a Metroid Prime logo?
Oh God, here we go.
Well, since then we've been waiting on other logos to make the news, and turns out there's one logo made the news a little bit. Ben, anything happened recently?
So it's only a big deal because someone actually posted it on Reset Era, So
Set era,
Every
but
time.
okay.
so because they were even like, hey, I don't even know if we should post this, but I think actually it's a big deal because Resident Evil changed their social media logo to like it's still you brought it up. It has like the Burke mansion or house.
Yeah, it's still the Baker House from 7 in the background, but it's
Mhm.
all like black and white, and now
And the font is like the OG. It's not identical to the Resident Evil logo, but it's like
That original
same
PS1 box art.
yeah.
Resident
Here, I'll
Evil.
bring it up real quick.
the one with like the crazy Chris Redfield
Mhm.
Yeah.
on the front.
Yeah. So, but and everybody's saying like because we were talking during the break, like this probably means we're probably getting some news on Resident Evil 2 soon, the remake.
I hope.
Yeah, it was
Hopefully.
because we discussed that over the break. It is the 20th anniversary of Resident Evil 2 this month.
Mm-hmm.
And that, if you listened last week, I heard the rumor, or I knew of some kind of anniversary for Resident Evil that had a lot of buzz about the Resident Evil 2 remake being shown this month, and that was the main cause of my prediction about Resident Evil 2 being shown this month. Was I think they're going to do something.
See, I didn't even make that connection when we were doing the predictions, but it makes way too much sense.
For some reason, that seeing that image with that logo combined makes me think like I could see DLC coming out for this, where you do like a little episode where you're in the mansion on the first one.
I could see
you're
that.
playing as like Chris or Jill or something.
Are you
I could
talking
see
about
it.
in 7 or
Yeah, in 7.
Okay.
I could see that being like a little like side thing. I hope it's not that. I want it to be 2 because good lord, I love 2. But
Yeah.
Yeah, 2's my favorite.
Your shirt.
That's why I wore the shirt today. I bought it at
That's
MacFest.
something when you do.
yeah, like 2 will always forever be there in my heart because that was my gateway to horror games.
Same, probably for me too. That was the first Resident Evil I played,
But
nothing
mine,
about it.
mine was on the 64.
Same here.
I feel
Yeah.
like Resident
Yes.
Evil 2 has the most intense, like, first 8 camera shots of starting in a game because you have to run through the whole thing. Like, you learn quickly, like, bullets are a premium, and you cannot shoot through those entire
Yeah.
zombies in those first, like, 7
I always
screens.
have.
Oh, yeah.
Always tried.
Nobody's
you
got to
get-
run.
What was the cutscene in the beginning with the truck driver? The guy's like, "That guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?" I love that guy.
Some stellar acting.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully, sometime next couple weeks we'll be,
Hopefully this time next week we'll be talking about it.
right?
Anniversary's like a week away.
Yeah.
It's time to talk about the Nintendo Direct.
Mini.
Mini. Keyword. So we talked last week
Pretty big for
that
me.
there was a rumor that it was going to drop on the 11th. It was like all but confirmed. And then it was just the inevitable countdown. Is Nintendo going to tweet this out? Is Nintendo going to announce an official date and time for this thing? And all the way up until the day before, we still had no idea that anything was officially happening. And then we get a couple weird things all happening at once. So you see Nintendo on the 4th had tweeted a screenshot from Mario Odyssey of the little bird, and it
Oh, yeah.
it said it was like a little rhyme that said, do you know what you're seeking? It's hidden in plain sight. Look right near you. Blah blah blah. I let out a fright. I don't remember the words. Yeah, Squircall was the end of that. I do remember, yeah. It was kind of like I don't know what they're trying to say. The day before the Direct actually happened, they retweet that tweet, their own tweet in the morning, fucking with everybody. Because anything they post, everyone's immediately flooding their comments. Like, where's
Yeah.
this fucking Direct?
Yeah, like I don't know if it was a meme, but they were like posting stuff and then like deleting it immediately after,
Oh yeah.
and then it was just, you can't find an image anymore. And but like somebody would screen cap it and like this is what they deleted.
Yeah, so it was.
I don't know how much that's real.
I don't know if it was real. Some of them.
Yeah,
Some of them were. Some. I don't know.
because one was like a picture of a clock.
That one they didn't actually do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I
I
was
know.
so excited. That was probably the only one I was actually excited.
I mean,
about.
like
I know.
obviously not the text that was zoomed in on
Yeah.
on the minute hand, but the time of it was at like 1:11.
Yeah.
Oh, I just timed to the Chrono Trigger, so I just I was trying to get anything Chrono Trigger out of this.
There was one thing though. The Skrcall tweet. If you removed all the punctuation and spaces, there were 111 characters in that tweet.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Jesus.
January 11th, right? So there were a couple of things that they were doing where people were like picking it apart, like the fuck's going on here, and then they tweet out a picture of Chibi Robo on fire, Not quite dabbing, but close. I believe that Chibi Robo on Fire is a reference to an Elmo meme where Elmo's on fire.
There is that one where it's just like his arms are up and he's just on fire, and there's something about like hell or something.
Yeah. So people kind of alluded that it was a reference to that. We were all kind of like, all right, clearly something's going on. Like, why did they tweet this out of nowhere with no context, no anything? They're in on this. They're fucking with us. And then the video game industry, there was a nice little moment of just like everyone responding with like, oh, is this a game we're playing? You guys want to fuck with us? So Mega Man, Sonic, Doom, Assassin's
Yeah, I
Creed.
remember that.
Even Spyro.
So like all of these fucking accounts were just like boom, 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 boom. The freecheese.com got in on it. I saw a lot of tweets all in response to this, and then it hit the point where it was kind of clear like, all right, they're not going to give a fucking time. They're just going to dump this thing on YouTube some point in the morning. Hopefully it's 9 a.m. so I don't have to call out of work and I can see this thing. Sure enough, I woke up and I was like, guys, just one more hour. Boom, she dropped at 9 o'clock. And here you go. Here's what we got. We're going to run through the announcements. Some specifics. We'll comment on it and move on. Starts off, The World Ends With You remixed coming to Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Old 2008 DS game coming to Switch in high definition. The brand new epilogue designed just for the story.
Yeah, that was teased before too.
Yeah, they've kind of like...
They showed like one image, and now this time you got some footage.
Yeah, and then they did that, what do you call it? They did that mobile port a little while back to iOS and or iPhone and iPad. So, World Ends With You, everyone who's played this game loves this game. So I assume it's great, but I've never...
always wanted to play it.
Yeah, I always wanted to. I
never-
just never did.
But it's a JRPG with some sort of rhythmic element. And in this game, in this version, you can use either your Joy-Con controllers or the touchscreen for the rhythm-based stuff. Kind of cool.
Curious to try the touchscreen. I don't think many games utilize that.
Yeah, no. That'll be out sometime this year. Then, Pokken Tournament DX is getting DLC, which I did not...
Snooze.
I think, dude, this kind of...
I mean, it's fine. It looks nice, but it doesn't interest me.
It piqued my interest a little bit.
Ben, are you playing Pokken Tournament out of Wonder Brawl?
All right, well, Ben's face says that.
All right, so that's how we feel about that. Freecheese.com.
Pokken Tournament is interesting. I don't know
It
that I'll
is.
totally jump all the way in, but
I don't know if it was because I was a few beers deep, but I was handed the controller and I was like, "What am I doing?"
it's a really weird game.
Sounds
to
like
get
my
into.
experience with ARMS.
But
Like, no, and I even asked, I was like, "What am I supposed to do?" And they're like, "We don't know." And I was like,
yeah, no, me neither. But I think it's closer to Tekken than anything, but with support characters and things. I don't know. They're adding two new waves of battle packs is what they're calling them. Wave 1, you get to play as Aegislash. That's that ghost sword Pokemon.
"Okay."
They're adding a new support Pokemon set featuring Mega Rayquaza and Mimikyu. That was the one that pushed me over. You see Mimikyu? That's that little ghost Pikachu thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't play
yeah.
as them.
Yeah.
I know, but you can have him as your friend. And then, so Aegislash can jump between two different forms.
Like in the game, is attack and defense mode.
Yeah. Wave 2 is going to come with Blastoise, and then two new
Blastoise.
a new Pokemon support set featuring Mew and Celebi. Wave 1 is out January 31st. Wave 2 out March 23rd. I don't know. I'm like borderline.
I mean,
If I got bored one day and I had nothing else to play, I would maybe...
It'd be cool to see a Charizard versus Blastoise fight,
It's true.
but
Blastoise will win.
Well,
did you watch the show?
yeah, man, you got to watch that anime.
No.
You got to watch that anime, boy.
No to new Pokemon. No to
Because
DX.
I think he lost that one too.
No.
spoilers. So
can't
you forgot to mention, okay, this was a mini direct, but I think it was, I don't know if they did this in the previous directs, but you could just scrub through the whole thing. It wasn't live.
Yeah, this was not
It
a
was just
live
like,
direct. They just dumped it.
Yeah.
They say they had it ready for a while.
And not only did they dump it, but on the main page when you went to go watch it,
It had everything already.
Yeah,
everything was already
yeah.
listed. So I started to scrub, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil
I
myself.
stopped and
Yeah.
hit play.
I did
but-
the same thing because. So that morning, when it dumped at 9 a.m., I had off of work that day. So of course I woke up like 10:30 or 10 or whatever, and I just see
In the chat
it's
log.
like 89 notifications, 70 of which are the group chat I'm in with you all, and like half of it is Joe, like, oh, half an hour, like we have a direct, blah 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 blah, and then like the next 20 text messages after that is like, oh, well, this happened. Like, all right, so it dropped. I gotta Google it. I gotta Google it, and
Pointing that finger, Google.
but like I did the same thing. It went right to Nintendo's page, and I scrolled, and I was like, oh shit, they're actually like the thing's right there. I've never seen that before.
and that happened immediately. Like, I could see that like after the direct has already aired, and they go through and they put that. This was like from the
I
start at
didn't
9
see that
a.m.
Yeah.
at all.
9 a.m. The list was there.
Like I clicked the link that you sent.
Yeah.
And then because I was watching at work, so cause that's what I do when I work. I just had it sideways and it was just like, okay.
See, if you had it vertical, you would have seen the little teeny tiny video player, and beneath it, the first few items.
Oh, I had it
'Cause
on my
I-
second monitor, so I saw the whole fucking page.
I mean, it opened
Yeah,
the YouTube
yeah.
app, so it didn't.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't see any of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm glad this wasn't live streamed because I'm gonna worry about glitching
Yeah.
and shit. And
Yeah, it's
things
true.
Skipping.
So Kirby Star Allies gets a release date. Kirby Star Allies coming to Switch March 16th.
Could be fun.
Gets 2 new abilities. Well, there might be some other ones, but the 2 they highlighted here. There's an artist ability and spider ability. So you can finally fulfill your lifelong dream, like that little boy in that one TV show I saw where someone said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And he went, a spider.
I think the artist one. I think that was a callback to 64.
Sounds right. I swear I can't find it. I had it on my phone and I cannot find it. But it was like me watching public access bullshit. And there's a fucking kid, and they go, "Then what do you want to be when you grow up?" You put some real serious thought into it. Spider. And I fucking rewound. I was like, that didn't just happen. He did not just fucking say that. Spider.
Something's wrong with that kid.
Idiot. March 16th, Kirby's out. Mark, remember in 2017 when you made a prediction that Hyrule Warriors was going to get a Breath of the Wild costume?
Oh boy, do I!
You picked the wrong year, my friend. Hyrule Warriors is now coming to Switch.
Nintendo picked the wrong year. Fuck
The
me over.
definitive...
Breath of the Wild. That's 2 strikes.
definitive edition of Hyrule Warriors is now including every map and mission, plus all
Yes.
29 playable characters from both the Wii U and 3DS versions of the game. Because remember, the 3DS version had some exclusive stuff. Now everything's coming out,
playing
and
this one.
it includes new outfits for Link and Zelda based on Breath of the Wild. This is coming out in the spring.
Yeah.
You're in?
Oh yeah, I'm in. That's a game I always like. I played a little bit of, but then I actually appreciate like the kind of love letter that game is to the series, and I just like dumb Warriors games anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a little something to get into in between stuff.
Matt, get your dab hands ready.
Woo!
Got our first sports game. Mario sports game coming to Switch.
Oh yeah.
Right? We haven't had one yet, have we? No.
Don't think so.
I don't know what you're talking about. Milk an account 1-2 Switch is a sport.
Mario
it's not.
Mario sports game.
I mean, you could pretend to be.
I am always pretending to be Mario. New tennis game coming to Switch. Mario. There's a story mode this time. Some new tennis gameplay, challenging your ability to read an opponent's position and stroke to determine which shot will give you the advantage. They're going deep into tennis mechanics with this one, it seems.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I'm
This is Mario Tennis Aces, right?
Aces. Mario Tennis Aces.
Yeah.
Coming to Switch this spring. In the single player game, it's the first time they've had a story mode since Mario Tennis since Game Boy Advance. There's a variety of missions and boss battles. We saw a little tease of Petey Piranha in that clip.
Yeah, what was cool about the story mode was the other ones on Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, you like kind of created a character, went through like an academy,
Yeah.
and then like the end thing was, you went to this dreamland where you played Mario and like the actual characters. This one, it seems like you're Mario from the start, which It's a different kind of thing there.
I wonder if you can
Changes
just be
the whole
anyone.
thing.
I don't know. Like, I just wanted a Mario Tennis game. The fact that they're throwing a story mode into this is just a
Yeah.
bonus. So if it's good or bad, I
Oh,
don't
you know
care.
they're throwing in that motion control.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
Best believe it.
Joy-Con action.
As an option. It's
You
not
can
going to
Well,
be.
it's just, as long as
As
it's
an
an
option.
option.
As a no.
Oh no, no, they
Yeah, it's
can't
an
do.
option.
That's the whole point of the Switch, versatility, man.
No, I love
all
the
options are all
because
options.
what Mario Tennis does is like they just do the over the top shot. So yes, they do have like a lob shot and like a four spin, back spin, all that stuff. Like Mario makes it over the top, and they might even add in some like weird like shells that disrupt opponents and stuff like that. They make what it normally is like a simulation tennis game, like an arcade feel, and a lot of fun and just very approachable for any level.
Is there a tennis game yet where you can just throw your racket at somebody?
Not yet,
I
but
want
maybe with this.
Give it time.
That'd be so good.
All right, you ready for this? East 8, Lacrimosa of Dana.
Can't wait.
If there's one game I was waiting for.
Yes.
I mean,
Sorry, I was
this
just looking up the. Now I'm on cue with the
This
list.
is one of those JRPGs that doesn't get a lot of attention, I think, to the public eye.
No, but it should.
They're good. It's
Yeah.
just it's a very niche audience.
Very niche. But this game was previously on PS4 and Vita, now coming to Switch. I think that's something key here.
Dude, have you played Origins?
No, Dash talked about that one a bunch.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's like you can either, depending on who your character is, but it's almost like a crazy, like, not top down, but like like 3/4, like isometric, whatever, like shooter, like just dungeon crawling and shooting shit. Sounds pretty fun.
It seems dope. I think what's really important about this one is the fact that it was previously a PS4 and Vita one specifically,
Yeah.
now coming to Switch. I think that we kind of see a little bit of that from the indie side of the development world, where a lot of those Vita titles that really, really thrived well are now coming to Switch. I think the fact that we're starting to see that already this early
Mobile
with
games,
JRPG stuff, yeah. But like JRPGs,
Yeah.
that making the Switch to the Switch, that's kind of big this early. I mean, we're not even a year into the game
I can't
or the
remember
console.
if the first game was on Super Nintendo or not. Might be earlier.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
That is
But
correct.
that was a very like, it's more of an action RPG, so it has like more of like a Zelda blend.
I think
it.
Sega CD too, maybe.
That sounds right. You guys done with Super Mario Odyssey yet?
I don't even start.
Perfect. Well, when you do, there's a free update awaiting you.
Do you see why I'm waiting?
Yeah, because you were waiting on this break out the balloons.
It's like, it's not why
mode.
I'm waiting.
I
It's
know.
like, I was specifically waiting for it. No,
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding.
That was a tease at
Yeah.
first. Like you see Luigi float down.
Yeah, he all floats down here. Break Out the Balloons is a new mode coming to Super Mario Odyssey for free. And, sorry, it's not called Break Out the Balloons. That's their fucking
I'm
dumb...
just I know I'm on the
That's
page
their
for it.
headline. It's not. It's just called Balloon World. God damn it. There's two modes. Hide it and find it. As there are with most things in life. I'm always hiding shit or finding shit. That's what I do.
Can't ever find it.
Right. Well, I hit it. That's
Yeah.
why. My game by mom. Mobile game of the year. So you
Now
gotta
on Switch.
you gotta complete the main story, but Balloon World becomes available. You find little hidden Ouijas hanging out in your Mario worlds. You go up and you talk to Ouija. In hide it mode, you have a certain amount of time to hide a balloon. So you kind of start from where Luigi's standing. You run as fast and as far as you can, or find a weird way to try and thwart players. You hide that balloon. In find it mode, players have the same amount of time to then locate the balloons hidden by other players. You kind of move up and down the rankings by finding hidden balloons and becoming expert hiders. Coming out in February, they kind of touted it as a, what do they call it? Objective-based speedrunning. That's what they called it.
Oh yeah, they were throwing that out.
Mhm.
I remember that.
So that'll be out in February, along with some new snapshot mode filters and outfits, including a very Dark Souls-esque Mario outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And the snapshot mode filter, you can put Mario's face on a coin,
Yeah, there was a couple filters they added.
which we've all wanted to do for a very long
Yeah,
time.
Dark Souls one is like, there was like a Dark Souls level in that game.
Yeah, it was very weird, and now, you get a costume based on that. Y'all like waifus?
Boy, do I.
So SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. You get to play as iconic heroines from SNK's history in a new 2-on-2 tag team fighting game.
It's basically a sequel to Gal Fighters.
Yeah. Fucking
Dude, like,
wild.
you thought I was excited for Dragon Ball?
I know.
Did you see the collectors for this?
I know. No, this game looks dope. Coming out this summer. They did put out Art of Fighting 2 on the eShop this week, where one of the competitors from SNK Heroines is a playable character.
Yuri.
Yes.
She was always my character in Capcom versus SNK.
I remember that.
She was always one of my characters in that.
So this wasn't Resident Evil, because if you go, we've talked about in the text too.
Oh my god, yeah. If
if
you
you
look
scroll through it for a minute, it
the
looks like
mansion. That looks like the mansion.
Weird.
It does.
So that'll be out this summer, but this spring you'll be able to play through through Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle as a brand new character.
Who dat?
Donkey Kong.
Who dat?
He's an ape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Leader
Donkey
of the
Kong
bunch.
coming to Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. He's a new playable character complete with an exclusive new storyline and a world to explore. Coming this spring, you can buy it either individually or as part of the Season Pass or Gold Edition of the game. I don't know, they didn't show any gameplay. They just showed a cinematic trailer with Donkey Kong throwing bananas as batarangs or boomerangs.
He
So I-
climbed really fast too. I wonder if that's a mechanic
probably.
yeah. I don't know if because I did get to that boss, the white Donkey Kong.
The white Donkey Kong, yeah.
I have a feeling he's going to be involved in it. That'd be kind of fun. I
Yeah.
bet you there's some clever humor there.
Are you going to go back to that? Yeah, all right.
I wonder if there's
I
like
don't know. I don't know.
I wonder if there'd be like a little rabbit, like not necessarily like a Donkey Kong, but it's a rabbit wearing like Diddy Kong's hat or something.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, I can see that.
I will say this: there's a better chance of me revisiting this game than Splatoon 2 in its current state.
No, get the fuck out of here. Payday 2.
Yeah, that's game.
Cool.
Finally got a release date, February 27th, and we get a new exclusive character premiering on Nintendo Switch. The name of that character? The website I wish we would have bought when we were setting up the freecheese.com. Crime.net.
Ah.
That is a fucking name. Hold on.
Wait, that's her name? I thought that was just that. I thought that was the game's online.
Please
Thing.
don't be available. Or don't be taken. Dude, this is not loading, so this domain may be available.
still-
No,
Oh,
like
my.
like you know, how Blizzard has BattleNet.
Yeah.
I thought that's what Payday's like online thing.
It is.
CrimeNet. That's not her name.
It's supposed to be. It might be
That
her
can't-
name though.
it-
I could have
really?
swore because I heard that name too, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
I mean, I guess it could be. She is a hacker, and she has like a LED mask, which is pretty
Oh,
cool.
bitch. That's not her name.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, god damn it!
Her name's Joy.
Lame.
I get it, Joy-Con.
Oh, play local with CrimeNet. Got
Yeah.
it. God damn
Because
it.
they don't have an online thing yet. So that's what you're using.
There it is, Mark.
So, all right, if you look
Bring it
at
on
the,
home.
to cue the listeners in here, if you look at the breakdown, I'm reading through the breakdown as it's listed on the Direct website, so I can go in the order of these announcements, but I'm referencing the press release on Business Insider.
Oh well, there's.
But the press release has it listed out of order. I didn't want to go out of order, but this gives us the finer details. So, Playdate 2, god damn it. Her name's Joy. I thought her
get it?
name was Crime.
I would have been a lot better as
Joy-Con.
crime.net.
Now I get it,
She's
and
a-
her mask has Joy-Con themed.
But she's also
colors.
conning. She's.
I know. So you can play locally, in the same room. Just
I
each
think that's
person
the
has to have a
dopest
Switch.
feature of that game.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
Full touchscreen support makes menu navigation easier than ever. HD Rumble.
Main menu.
HD Rumble, you are able to feel everything from explosions to weapon recoil right in your hands.
Great.
Debuting on the Nintendo Switch version of the game, a new playable character named Joy will be introduced. She's a Japanese computer whiz who wears a custom LED light mask that changes her appearance as she sees fit. Payday 2 launches for Switch February 27th. Are we
That's cool.
still in?
Yeah.
I'm in.
So I freeze framed that trailer on their in the direct because I saw some fine print across the top of the screen.
What was the fine print?
It had to do with the online play, and it said that a paid service will be required at some point in 2018. But I was looking for clues on when that paid service might be coming because we got no information.
Well, paid
No-
service.
The
Nintendo's
Switch is
online
thing. Your face.
They're doing that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Why do you think I'm so upset?
Is that a known thing?
Yeah.
Why would I?
It's cheap
I'm
as
not
heck,
gonna.
though.
I'm not gonna start this. Go on.
It's
Go on.
$20 a year instead of 50.
All right.
But we also don't know what it includes. So, yeah, anyway. Fuck, man. I thought her name was CrimeNet for a second. I got real excited.
Someone fucked up.
Faye was shown off, which is an indie game
Yeah.
published by EA.
That's the one that leaked, and it showed that it was gonna be shown at a Nintendo.
Yeah,
Direct
this
in
is the one that
January.
told us we
Oh,
were. Yeah. It's a platforming adventure that apparently has some Metroidvania elements to it. But you are.
It looked like an indie Spyro to me.
It does, but then the game, you're kind of wandering through each little area to unlock different sounds to build a song. And then that song grants you access to different areas or something like that. Looks neat. February 16th, if you want to go a little bit deeper in there. And then Celeste, made by the developer of Towerfall. Celeste is like it's an action platformer that looked pretty like, had some air jumping and stuff that looked a little bit like,
It's the ice climbers.
yeah. It had some like advanced platforming stuff, like late game Shovel Knight with the propeller.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty cool. January 25th. I'm losing my voice. January
You are.
25th, Celeste comes out. You can play in assist mode, where you can change your difficulty. You can slow down the game or just turn on full on invincibility. And there's unlockable B-side chapters for more challenging adventures.
I like bees.
If you like bees, perhaps you'll like D's.
Oh,
Donkey Kongs.
I thought I was gonna.
say.
Yep.
Now, Ben, I remember you said you were going to be buying a Nintendo Switch when a Donkey Kong game was coming.
Yeah, I guess I kind of have to now.
So,
I didn't really specify, even though I already played this game.
yeah,
But have you?
I
Not this version.
not, yeah,
Not
technically
this
no.
version.
Technically no.
so not only did we get Donkey Kong and Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, we're going to get Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Nintendo Switch. This one's coming May 4th.
So did they say if there's going to be anything else, or it's just strictly a port?
No, I thought
It
it was
is-
a new character or something.
It's strictly a port in terms of content, from what I understand. However, because that game was really, really hard, I don't know if you played it
Yeah, I
on
played
Wii
it.
U.
I didn't get like all the collections and whatnot, but I did.
That
the
game is
story.
hard
Yeah,
as
it's not easy.
fuck. And they're making it easy. So easy mode, you can play as Funky Kong. You can double jump, hover, infinite rolls, infinite underwater corkscrews.
Now this is all in easy mode.
I mean, playing as Funky Kong just seems.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of it's.
Funky mode.
So this says the title includes all the fun and challenge of the original game, plus a new beginner-friendly mode that lets players enjoy this critically acclaimed adventure as groovy surfing simian Funky Kong. Even if you hit spikes, he doesn't take damage. Like literally, it is baby mode, the game. If you play as Funky Kong, but that game is really hard, so I can understand if you
Dude,
want
Funky Kong is so dope.
Yeah,
too,
it's a
man.
pretty cool way to do it though, because he's just on his board the whole time.
know.
And he's just going around.
He looks pretty dope.
I remember somebody took that little page of the box art of him in the corner, and it's like try to do like funky mode or whatever, right? And somebody on Twitter was like, "Yeah, do what you want with this," and Doom was like, "All right." And so the Doom Switch box art has the funky mode in the corner.
Oh, I like that a lot. And then the thing that's like, yes, Dark Souls remastered coming to Switch. Fucking
It's like finally,
yeah,
but
because
everything else too.
yeah, we need everything else on Switch. But back when the Switch debuted, Namco was like, "Yeah, we got them running on Switch to see if we could do it." That's it. And we were like, "Well, can you put them out? Can we have them, please?" And now we're getting them. So Dark Souls remastered includes the Artorias of the Abyss DLC.
Cool.
Plus, you get improved frame rate and resolution over the original Dark Souls. And then first time that a Dark Souls or any of these games are coming to a Nintendo platform, which is weird.
Oh, I didn't even think about that before.
Yeah,
That's true.
and there's like famously, someone had asked one of the original devs on Twitter, a while back, "Hey, you're gonna bring Dark Souls 2 to Wii U?" And he was like, "That's not our style. Like, that's not the audience of that platform. The owners of that platform are not the audience to play our games." And then it was like, well, actually, here you are.
Like, people are actually buying Switches, so I guess, it is our audience, too.
I think this is exciting just because...
Yeah, I don't know what the full specs are for the Switch version, but for PS4 and Xbox One, well, at least for PS4, all I know so far is interview with one of the devs, which is like, 4K support with Pro and everything, 60 frames, and multiplayer is 6 now instead of 1 to 4.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what that means for Switch. I don't know if it's better frame rate, if it's handheld versus
so this
docked,
says improved frame rate and resolution from the original Dark Souls. If the original was 30, then I imagine it's better than 30, but I don't know.
Yeah, 30 was locked. I mean, original Dark Souls was locked at 30.
See, I think that's weird playing that game without 30, in a way.
I was fine with it. As much as
No, I'm saying playing it above 30, I think it's going to feel weird.
Have you seen it? Because if you download the DS fix, there is a way to unlock it, so it gets to 60.
I know there's
It does
one
look weird.
specific part of that game. I don't know the name of the place, but it's like deep underground, I guess. Everything looks kind of have like a gold look to it.
A gold look?
Like a goldish yellow glow to everything. And I'm not sure what it is exactly, but apparently that place is notorious for having like frame dips. And like the DS fix kind of helped with that, but not completely. And I don't know. I don't know if bumping up the game to 60 frames will fix that issue or not.
I don't know.
It went like less than 30 whenever you were in there.
Damn. No, I don't remember that part. I do have something to add about that, though.
Yeah, what you
It
got?
just happened right before we started recording. Polish studio Q-Lock, maybe it's QLOC, handling Dark Souls Remastered. Switch port being developed in China.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So it's not actually from handling it.
Well, that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, the company Q-Lock, they have a good track record. But I don't see, this is confusing because I don't know if it means they're doing the Switch port as well, because the title just says Polish studio Q-Lock handling Dark Souls Remastered, Switch port being developed in China. So what the hell does that mean? While the remaster itself is being handled by Q-Lock, the Switch port has been reportedly handed off as an as-yet unnamed studio in China.
So Q-Lock's working with the Xbox, PC, and PS4 version.
Yeah, and they've done stuff from Resident Evil 6, Street Fighter X Tekken, Resident Evil 4 Ultimate HD Edition, all PS4, PC, and Xbox ports. So, I mean, it sounds promising for that, but I think it's kind of weird, the unnamed China studio. I don't know. I guess we'll hear from that sometime soon.
We'll find out on May 25th. Do you guys buy it? Where are you gonna buy this? That's my big question. Like, it's finally on Switch, which I think, like, since Switch debuted, we've been saying since day one, put everything on Switch. This is, I think, a Doom, Skyrim. Like, those were some examples last year of like putting everything on Switch. Like, it's finally happening. But I think this is another level of that. Where do you fall?
I could honestly see me buying 2 copies. One to just show Nintendo, like, hey, yes, this is a good decision. Keep going down this path for the future. But I'll probably, because of everyone else, I'll probably be playing on PS4.
I want to see it in action. Just, I mean, if I played anything like Bloodborne, like I played the Bloodborne by myself completely. Like, I don't necessarily need the multiplayer features because I never.
Apparently that part's amazing, but when I play it on PC, I've rarely fucked with multiplayer. There's like one thing you have to do for like an achievement or something, I think, and that's the only reason why I did it.
Yeah.
So other than that, I didn't even mess with multiplayer.
Are you gonna have a Switch by May 25th?
I'm not gonna get it. I mean, if they're not adding anything to it, I've played Dark Souls last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not really a reason for me to get it.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
I think
if I played it like 5 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, I'm game. You know what I mean?
True.
But sorry, I didn't mean
No, I think I'm going to get it on the Switch. Just because thinking about Bloodborne, where, like, Bloodborne, all I wanted to do was, not all, but, like, I remember doing that game a little bit on remote play here and there, and it was always just so spotty because remote play is so spotty. But having the option to do that was always neat if I wanted to, like, sit on the couch and just kind of wander and yarn them. The fact that now I don't have to worry about taking a dip in, like, latency, input lag and everything, I can just pick up the Switch from the dock and walk upstairs and keep playing.
I do want to see it in action,
Yeah,
especially on Switch.
I'm curious if Switch will have local multiplayer.
That would be really cool.
Doesn't say anything specifically in the press release yet, so I don't know. But that was it. That was the end of the thing. It was about 15 minutes, kind of quick. And
It was a mini. I mean, I was bummed at first, but I was like, well, it did say mini in the title, so.
And I think, like, everything in there, there's nothing in there where I was like, I don't give a shit. You know, everything in there was pretty decent. Like,
Yeah.
I think the weakest of those announcements is probably the Mario DLC or the Pokken DLC.
Yeah.
But even those are still kind of, you know,
And I mean,
they're neat.
well, there's just stuff for me about games I don't care about. I mean, pretty much, I didn't really care too much about everything on this list except for Dark Souls and Donkey Kong. You know what I mean?
There's stuff that, like, I'm not necessarily going to run out and buy it, but I think it's
Oh, and
like,
Mario, the high balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just looks cool.
No, honestly, this direct was losing interest with me real fast, and then Mario Tennis was enough to like.
Yeah, keep it alive.
I was
Oh, yeah,
like,
I forgot
oh
Mario
man,
Tennis, yeah.
this is exactly what I wanted, and then like it definitely kept me interested all the way through into Dark Souls, where.
Well, because
Oh,
Mario
shit.
Tennis was the only new thing on here. If you look at this list, everything is a port except for those two indie titles, the DLC in those two games, and what do you call it?
What about the fighting game?
SNK Heroines,
Mhm.
and then Mario Tennis. Those are the only two. Oh, and Kirby. Yeah. All right. So three brand new titles.
The majority were ports and
Yeah.
remakes.
I'm sure you're gonna
DLC.
see that for a bit, and I can see people arguing with the whole like port issue with like selling a game for full price of a port, because people will be like,
Dark Souls is $40.
well, maybe not that one, but like, what about Tropical Freeze?
Oh yeah, that'll be 60.
Because
Mhm.
like Crash has the whole trilogy, and that was only what 40.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Granted, the engine was different for the first game, but still.
Time will tell. I think Switch has a good year ahead of it. I also think that this is not the only direct we're going to be talking about in the next few weeks.
I think it's good that it was a mini and it got this out of the way.
I think this was like, hey, here's some cool shit that's coming. Notice that all of these dates that we got are prior to E3. The only one was SNK, and that said summer. But summer's so loose that could
Yeah.
technically come the very beginning of whatever. So
Fatal Cutie.
Dude, what if Resident Evil 7 gets ported to Switch? Because that's coming to Xbox, right?
Is it?
Yeah, because it's just a timed exclusive on PS4, I
thought
think.
it's already on
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass.
I wouldn't play it.
Yeah.
I was spoiled with VR, man.
Yeah.
I can't go back from that.
No, you're right. It's only on PS4. Is it?
So
coming
it's
to
strictly only on
Xbox?
PS4.
Not
No, wait. Xbox One.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like a timed exclusive.
PC too.
No, I mean, it's on console-wise, I meant.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No, release worldwide January for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
It was VR that was
the
exclusive.
VR was the
The
time
VR,
exclusive
yeah.
piece. There was some hot math done. You know I love hot math.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Every time Nintendo has done a direct mini, no later than 20 days later, there was a full direct.
Every single time, though?
Every single time. Sometimes they were as soon as like 6 days. Sometimes they were as soon as, or they were, the latest it would be is 20 days, which means that potentially by January 31st, we will have another Nintendo Direct, a full Nintendo Direct, one that I am predicting right here, right now, in this here episode 231. We find out about that goddamn online service. We find out about Virtual Console. Reggie announces Mother 3. I mean, that's it, right?
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I know it's gonna happen. Just like this podcast was gonna be a short one.
Is January 31st? Is that the date you're gonna land on, or by?
Before then, and that is the worst case scenario. Is January
I'm just saying
31st.
the irony. It would be if everything was announced on January 31st, because that's my birthday.
I know.
The fucking irony.
Oh, that's
I
my
know.
mom's birthday.
Of an online service, of Mother 3, everything that I fucking hate about Nintendo, it just comes out and is announced on my birthday.
I
would laugh.
when I saw that, when I saw the longest it was 20 days, I was like, all right, let me do some hot math here. 20 plus 11 is 31.
That's 31.
That's hot
Correct.
math. And then I went January 31st. What else is that day? Oh, right. Motherfucker. That'll be the day.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, he gets it.
Fucking irony of that. Oh man, I can't. Wouldn't that be something? I would laugh.
Wouldn't it?
I would laugh.
Wouldn't it? That's episode 231. Unless you guys got anything else.
I ain't got shit.
Perfect. Well, we will be back in another week with another episode. Until then, thefreecheese.com is a place where we write things and do things. It's been a light month. I've been taking some time. Just enjoying games. Like, we had such a heavy December and back into that year, I'm like, I'm just going to breathe a little bit. We'll get back to it soon with some more content. But you still have this weekly podcast. And you've got us all on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Ben is at SevBenz. Marc is at aug_mental. Matt is at MattyIce131. And I am at The Free Cheese. That's it. Podcast at thefreecheese.com if you want to send us an email with a question or pregunta. Just Spanish for question. Same question. Same words. Just different languages.
What's question in Italian?
Question.
Pregunta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You gotta wave your hand a little
You gotta
bit.
put the spice in it.
Yeah.
You remember that part in GTA 3? Not enough mozzarella.
Mozzarella. That's how they say it in Italian. That's how my grandmother says it.
Oh yeah, you're Italian.
I am Italian. Have you met Steph? I have a mug upstairs that says I'm Italian. I don't know if you know this about me. Oh man, that's it. Play some video games. Have fun. Right? That's the point of life.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Marc. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, listener. Next time.